You like teased her to the point where she was uncomfortable? I actually do. I feel as though this could be my theme music. An idiot? Never seen it. Have you... I got through episode 9 of Death Note. That's it? That's all? How have you not finished yet? Please, Blinky. I wake up naturally for once and enjoy my chance to sleep in. Is this what it feels like to be rested? Why doesn't this happen every day? Oh, I'm kind of covering. Do I need to be smaller? I think so. I was trying to open my thing. My soda. Okay. That's good. With a wide yawn, I pull my arms over my head to stretch, then throw back my comforter and hop out of bed. Oh, I wonder if I... Oh, I got chips. She went AFK from Discord for like 6 months because she was looking for a job and I got worried. Aww. Whoa, that scared me. My tablet flashes with a notification. I have an email. Curious, I open the email up and read it. Hello? Oh. It's from Dashu. They're hosting a promotional photo shoot and a networking event tomorrow right before XZ's big concert. All sponsored Dashu teams and individuals will be there. And after the shoot, we are welcome to stay for the concert. Wait. Dashu sponsors XZ? Is that like FX? I'm the worst person when it comes to teasing because I get worried too much. Oh. You ain't the only one who gets worried, don't worry. I tend to overthink a lot of situations. Let's just say I can make a situation probably 10 times worse than it needs to be because of how much I worry and like my anxiety and stuff. And even though I can like tell myself, you're fucking up, you're fucking up, you're fucking up, like I can't stop myself, if that makes any sense. Something I need to work on. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Dashu might be breaking into the world of mecha, but they're a huge name in the sports and entertainment industry. Still, XE is a supremely popular pop star. Oh, it's one person. His shows get sold out within minutes. Like BlizzCon. There's no way I'm passing up such an opportunity. I quickly type out a response confirming my attendance. I'm positive everyone else on the team will go as well, if only for the chance to meet XZ. Just call a friend you trust and talk to them about it. Yeah. I need to find like something to distract me and like that way I can just like throw my phone into a corner and like concentrate on something else. Grabbing my clothes for the day, I get changed and go downstairs into the kitchen. Nobody's home again? It's like I live alone. Opening the fridge, I spot a covered plate left for me. I unwrap the foil to find a oyakodon? Oyakodon? Is that right? What is that? Oyakodon. Oh, this looks good as hell. Chicken and egg rice bowl. That looks good as fuck. Okay. That looks legit. Yeah. Not a traditional breakfast, but delicious nonetheless. Nikki must have been practicing her recipes. It's a dinosaur, like a mastodon. That's so wrong. You're so wrong. I dig in with gusto. After eating, I notice a note from Nikki.
By the time you read this, Uncle Kaido and I will be at his cafe slaving away. Just kidding. He won't be slaving, but hopefully I will. Volunteer work for the win.
Mastodon is a mammoth, isn't it? A mastodon and a mammoth? Same thing? Mastodon. This can't be right. Oh, maybe it's a woolly mammoth? What in the hell? I look up Mastodon woolly mammoth, and it's just these pictures of these 4 guys. Is it a band? It must be a band. Oh, whoops, I accidentally used the site that I had the chat open on. I'm sorry. P.S. I spat in your food. Oops, I forgot to turn on my voice. Oh well.
Just kidding. No, I didn't. Or did I? Maybe if you were awake, you'd know.
Wow. She actually wrote that. Sometimes I wonder about her. At least she's looking to gain some experience in the food and beverage industry. Working at the cafe will give her a lot of insight into what goes into running a restaurant. Does Nikki want to run a restaurant? I don't remember. I know she wanted to do the club for like fun, for like extracurricular stuff, because like her club's at her old school or whatever. Oh well. I guess that means I should decide what I want to do today. I wonder what Yuuna is up to. Between the cooking club and the improv class, hanging out with Yuuna has been a blast. I wonder if she's up to anything new today. I pull out my phone and dial her number. It rings. A few times. Still going. Damn, we're getting ignored. Oh, damn. Hey, Yuuna.
Oh, hi. Sorry about the delay in picking up. I was working on something and left my phone upstairs.
Oh, sorry if I'm interrupting.
It's okay. I'm just practicing my English.
English?
Yes.
A few seconds of silence pass.
I have a test coming up and coming for speaking.
What? You're making me hungrier? I have a speaking test coming up, would be the more natural way to say it. I have an oral test coming up, would be the actual correct way to say it.
Oh, I see. I thought it sounded a bit off.
Want to practice with me? If the test is for conversing in English, I can help you out if you like. Yuuna answers enthusiastically.
Really? You don't mind?
Not at all.
Then yes, I'd love your help.
Sweet. We in. You didn't even have to think about it first.
I was actually going to call you for help, but I figured you didn't want to spend your Saturday teaching me English, especially when my speaking level is equivalent to that of a child.
Aw. I don't mind.
Thank you so much. Do you want to meet at the library?
On campus?
No, I was thinking of the one in Isokaze. We should both be pretty close to it.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
The perfect
sure.
weeb fantasy. After hanging up, I searched directions to the library on my phone. It's only a short drive away. Good call, Yuuna. I ready myself and head out. Helping a cute girl at a test at English, right? Testing out her oral skills. Yeah? Yeah? Once I'm nearby the library, I'm impressed by the magnificence of the building. It's a lot larger than the one at Ace, and the outside architecture is reminiscent of the building style of 30 years ago. It's a gate. That's not very old for a building. It's a great contrast among the more modern structures surrounding it. I can tell the library has a lot of history. I park my bike on the street and follow the path to the library. Pretty. The path winds through a quaint park with luscious greenery and a small fountain. Food trucks park along the edges, offering tasty treats like ice cream and taiyaki. Before I enter the library, I shoot Yuuna a quick text to let her know I'm here. She responds immediately, telling me to meet her on the second floor. Hey Pino, what's up? You still looking amazing even when your weeb level is high and eat junk food at the same time. I'm hungry. I am hungry and I have no dinner food. All I have is chips. Well, that's not exactly true. I got chicken tenders too, but they're in the fridge because I want to save them for tomorrow. The inside of the library is every bit as modern and reminiscent as the one at Ace. It doesn't surprise me. Our modern facilities are the most comfortable and technically relevant. It's much more conducive to research. Sepizar Himoto? What's that? What's that mean? What's that? Did you open your chest on 2.0? I did. I streamed it, actually. I did that, and then I started this. You missed it, Pino. Were you watching Alicia play Outlast 2? I was in her chat for a while. That game looks so scary. I can't believe it's only $30. I thought for sure that shit would have been 60. 60 for sure. She streamed opening her chest. I'm sure she did. Yuuna greets me at the top of the stairs.
You're here.
She's showing her tummy wham, boys. I hear Outlast 2 is Garbo. Okay. I'm not going to talk about it in depth yet, but I've watched a couple playthroughs of it because as much as I like scary things, I'm actually a pussy in real life. So I watch scary things before I play them. And the story just like doesn't make sense to me. Not like Outlast 1. I nod.
I managed to book us a private room so we can chat at a normal volume without disturbing anyone.
Private room. Sounds good to me. I follow her into the study room. Whereas the private study rooms at Ace also had the basic tables and chairs, this room has a touchscreen wall. Very nice. Yuuna's notes are already spread across the table. I'll admit, I'm a little surprised you said you needed help with English speaking. After all, Hamlet is pretty advanced literature.
Oh, well, I find reading and writing to be a lot easier to grasp because I have more time to think about what I want to say. Plus, I can review what I've already read or written to make sure I'm understanding everything correctly.
Plus, there's like only one way to contextually understand literature. It's like landing an airplane. She's marking you right there, right? She gives me a shaky smile.
But speaking doesn't offer that luxury. I feel like I'm put on the spot because I kind of am, and I have to respond quickly and correctly. It's really stressful.
Aw, don't even worry about it, baby girl.
Plus, it's hard to pronounce everything right.
You got that right.
I'm a little jealous by how well you speak Japanese, even though it's not your first language.
I use it all the time. I'm kind of amazing, aren't I? I guess. Nikki and I speak Japanese to each other at home. Plus, my mom used to only speak Japanese to us even while we were living in the States.
Oh, so you've had constant practice.
Yep. Anyway, how did you want to practice?
The exam will be formatted to simulate a conversation. So maybe we can just have a normal conversation?
Sounds good to me.
Wait, are we starting?
Yes. We already have.
Okay.
She smiles.
My name is Yuuna. Yuuna Misaki.
I am Wombo Combo. They call me Leonardo DiLaprio. We're not gonna troll her. My name is Wombo Combo. I go to Ace Academy.
Me too. I am also a student at Ace Academy.
What is this accent that she's putting on right now? You know, I have been wondering, did you name your character? Yes, I did. His name isn't actually Wombo Combo in the game. I named him. Well, I think a combination of us named him.
I am studying
She wrinkles her nose as she tries to think of the word.
in the medical program.
Physiotherapy?
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. Did you never heard Japanese girls talk English? She's been talking English this whole game. She's just being racist at this point. With all the puns and shit in this, it's likely that could have actually been his name. That's true. We continue to speak in English, and even though there are the occasional pauses as Yuuna tries to recall a word or how to express her thoughts, she manages to carry the conversation for a long time. No real Japanese girls talk English. I actually have never met anybody that... I've met Japanese people, but not where they were not fluent in English. I've met Chinese people who haven't been fluent in English, and I've heard them speak English, like broken English. But I could speak some, like, the most basic Chinese to them. They're my ex's parents. I'll show you something, you'll die. I don't want to die. I want to see racism. Ugh, I just swallowed a hair of mine. Sometimes she'll stop the conversation to check her pronunciation. The more we practice, the more she improves. The halts in her speech lessen and she speaks with greater confidence. We've talked about so many things today.
Yes, we have.
Yuuna smiles.
I am much better at oral now thanks to you.
Oh my. Better at speaking. I'm too stunned to respond, but my cheeks immediately flush red. Yuna's eyes widen at my strange reaction.
Why are you acting like that?
Oh no! Should I tell her? It might make things awkward. She should know what that means in case. I don't want to tarnish her innocence. Do we tell her? Sika, what's up? We're playing Weeb Wednesday, a game called Ace Academy. It's basically a dating sim. Do we tell her? Tell her? Okay. The way you phrased oral in your sentence, she listens closely. It can be interpreted as, this is difficult to phrase without coming off as perverted. She listens raptly to my every word. How am I supposed to explain this? So, oral can mean speaking, but it is also related to the mouth.
Okay.
Yes. The way you phrased it in your sentence, it can be interpreted as slang for sexual pleasure derived from...
I understand.
For Yuuna. Yuuna interrupts me and her face turns bright red.
I didn't mean...
She buries her face in her hands. Oh no. After she has a chance to compose herself, she emerges from behind her hands. Her face is still red. I guess it's better you found out from me instead of saying it to the professor. Yuna's eyes widen in horror.
I would have died if that happened.
I don't think she's kidding.
Thanks for telling me, though. I, wouldn't have known otherwise.
I don't think Yuuna will ever say oral again. Yuuna looks at the mound of notes still on her table and sighs. What's wrong?
I still have homework I need to complete for all of my other classes, but I've been so focused on my exam that I haven't even started on anything else. And I have some logistical stuff to take care of for the Dashu event tomorrow.
You mean for the photo shoot? Yuuna will burn out if she hops right into more work. Maybe you should take a break before tackling all that.
I don't know. I don't think I have time for one.
She doesn't seem thrown by the idea of more work. I think she can be persuaded. Alright, but since I helped you with your English, you have to do me a favor first.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I need to think of an excuse to get her out of the library. What if we... Oh, I got it! Ice cream!
Ice cream?
Yes, I saw a vendor outside. You owe me 1 ice cream cone. Consider it payment for my tutoring services. Or she could just give a moral.
I suppose that's only fair.
I'm just kidding. I so don't condone that. Shall we?
Sure.
She packs up her stuff and we head out of the library and straight for the ice cream truck. Laughter and chatter floats on the cool breeze. I take in the ambiance as we wait in line. Yuuna studies the flavors but glances at me when she feels my gaze on her. She flashes me a smile. You don't condone oral? Not for payment for something.
Next.
We walk up to the window.
Hello there, young miss. What can I get for you?
Hi, I'll just have a vanilla, please.
Of course. And for you, young man?
I'll get pistachio ice cream if you have it.
Coming right up.
Yuuna looks at me with curiosity. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. It certainly doesn't feel like nothing. Your mouth is for eating. That's right.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Thank you. I go to pay, but Yuuna already has her card out and hands it to the man. Let me pay. Free ice cream is the best ice cream. Each pay for our own. Let me pay. I scramble to pull out my wallet, but Yuuna shakes her head.
I owe you one, remember?
No, it's okay. The ice cream man hands Yuuna her card after tapping it against the machine.
Enjoy.
Date ruined. I guess this battle is over before it began. After she pays, Yuuna points to a bench.
Let's go take a seat.
All right. We sit down and stay silent as we enjoy our frozen treat. Every so often, I catch her staring at my ice cream. She wants a taste. No late night HOTS 2.0 stream tonight. I don't know. I streamed a little bit of HOTS before I started this. Usually I do Weeb Wednesday on Wednesdays, but I think I'm pretty close to finishing this game. So it depends on if I finish. If I finish, I'll play some HOTS. If not, I'll just play HOTS tomorrow. I feel like I'm going to be streaming for a long time tonight, but I don't know. I got my soda here, so we're caffeinating. It seems like you wanted pistachio too. Yuuna quickly looks away.
Sorry for staring. It's nothing like that.
What is it?
It's just a really strange choice of flavor.
I'm sorry? Her eyes widen as she realizes how that came across.
Wait, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it's not a popular flavor here. There is only one person I knew who liked pistachio flavor the best.
Oh no, we're about to learn about her brother! Her eyes become a little dimmer. I wonder who she's talking about. Your boyfriend, your coworker, your friend, family. Do you mean Yuuna? She blinks at me in surprise, but then nods. Yuuna becomes quiet. She looks away, but not before I catch the way her eyes glisten. She rubs at her eyes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter now.
It does matter. She looks curiously at me. I don't know what happened to your brother, but I know it must have been something tragic.
How?
I can tell from the way everyone avoids his name. She hangs her head.
You do it because of me.
You don't have to feel guilty. She gives me that look again, a mixture of curiosity and bewilderment.
How did you know that?
Because I know what it's like to lose someone you love. Oh yeah, her parents died. Servers seem to be laggy today anyway with all the traffic. Oh, I don't doubt it. Her look softens. Do you know why I came to Isokaze?
To join the pilot program at ACE.
That's only part of it. I came here so Nikki wouldn't have to be alone after our parents died. Her eyes widen, then she looks down.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't talk about them much. Not even with Nikki. I don't want to think about what happened to them, and sometimes I feel guilty because it feels like I'm trying not to think of them.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yuuna takes a deep breath.
Yuuna was a pilot too. He was actually the captain of the same team Akita is in now, and Dashu was their first sponsor. Yuuna was Ace Academy's hidden jewel. Everyone noticed his potential, and he already had offers waiting for him before he even graduated. But then it happened.
I stay quiet.
He had a cardiac arrest during one of his matches.
That's so sad. I blink in surprise. In all my musings and wonderings, hadn't even considered that to be a possibility. How did that happen? Pilots are usually in the peak of health. Yuuna nods.
We were just as surprised. A few months earlier, though, he developed high blood pressure. He had medication to keep it in order. But during that match, he didn't take his medication.
Why not?
He didn't forget. He wasn't like that. You know that during season matches, you're subjected to drug tests, right?
I nod. That was a standard practice back at CINY, too. It's probably standard for all
If
schools.
he'd taken his medication, it would have showed up on the report. And then that would have revealed his health condition, which would have not only disqualified him from the match, but also jeopardized his entire piloting career.
Yuuna looks down.
Being a pilot was his dream.
I think I remember a discussion Yuuna and I had a while back in which she'd mentioned pilots were punished for properly containing certain disorders because their medications were considered a risk. No wonder she's been so adamant for reform. This is so sad. I'm quiet as I let all of it sink in. That's a very messed up situation, but being a pilot myself, I can see where he was coming from.
Me too. That's why I decided to study piloting health. How many pilots do you think have suffered the same fate as my brother because they feared the dream they worked so hard to achieve would be taken away? And most of the time, it's through no fault of their own.
I nod. I can hear the pain in her voice, but there's nothing I can say that will make her hurt go away. She falls silent.
Thanks.
For what?
I haven't told anyone this before. I didn't think I was ready to talk about him, but now that I have...
She smiles at me, and there seems to be a spark of hope in her eyes. Maybe now she can start to heal.
I'm glad.
I match her smile. Yeah, much cooler for him to fake it through pilot school and killing us all by accidentally flying into a mountain. Oh my god! He's flying a robot, not a plane. They're controlling fighting robots, not airplanes. Oh my god, you're so silly. That's what I'm here for. Plop. Oh, the ice cream fell! We blink at each other, then look at Yuna's hands. More specifically, her naked cone. She must have tilted it during our conversation, and the ice cream slid right off the cone and onto the bench.
No! Ice cream!
She's so cute! She pouts and looks so crestfallen. I can't stop my smile. I try to hide my amusement, but she looks so cute when she's dejected. What a hell of a boyfriend. Unfortunately, she notices my failed attempt at keeping cool and sticks her tongue out. Ooh.
This isn't funny.
You have to admit, it's a little funny. She shakes her head.
Not even the slightest.
Time to get another one. Let's share mine. Sucks to be you! What the hell? Let's share mine. Do you want to share mine? I offer her my cone. Her cheeks flush and she shakes her head. Damn, she won't even eat it after me. Her naked cone. I don't mind.
Are you sure?
I nod. She tucks her hair behind her ear, leans in close, and bites off a part of the ice cream. Wait, what?
What?
You can just bite the ice cream like that? She nods, smiling happily. You are not human. No one should be able to do that. She starts to giggle, but quickly puts her hand in front of her mouth. We finish the ice cream together. Do you want to get back to studying?
Yeah, but before I do, I want to show you something.
She grabs my hand with both of hers.
Come on.
Okay. She leads me through the park, frequently glancing back at me with excited smiles. The further we go into the trees, the fewer people we see milling around. Yuuna stops abruptly.
We're here.
Where? We're looking at the sky? Trees surround us on all sides, only opening up to frame a picturesque view of the ocean. The clear blue sky blends into the deep blue of the water. Birds sing a soft melody in the trees, complementing the serenity of the place. She's gonna show you things.
What do you think?
Yuuna searches my face, still holding my hand. This view is amazing. Pull her into my arms. Do we do it? Do we do it? Do we pull it? Do we pull this? Do we? What if she rejects us? I can show you the world. Do it? Do you even ask? Okay. I feel closer to her than I've ever felt before. She makes me feel calm and grounded and always brings out the best in me. I shared a deep part of my heart today, and not only did Yuuna understand and accept me, she felt close enough to me to share her own story. I've never made so true a connection with anyone else. I want to hold her in my arms and let her know how I feel. If I do this, there's no turning back. Is this really what we want? Yes. Worried by my silence, Yuuna looks down.
I'm sorry.
I need to get a picture of it if it pops up. She tries to turn away, but I don't let her. Instead, I gently tug her hand and pull her into me. She glances up at me in surprise as she falls into me. My arms wrap around her waist as I steady her. Her hands land on my chest, and I'm sure she can feel how rapidly my heart is beating. Our gaze locks. Yuuna stares at me with her big doe eyes. Oh wait, whoops. Oh! It's beautiful. Her cheeks turn pink and smile spreads across her lips as she melts into me. Her arms snake around my neck, closing the distance between us. I breathe in her perfume of lavender and spring as I feel her press closer against me. My breathing becomes shallow. Yuuna's face is inches away from my own. Her breath tickles my skin. Then I taste the sweetness of ice cream as our lips meet. Without hesitation, she deepens the kiss. Damn! When we finally pull away, she flashes me a breathless smile. It's romantical. We finally have a girlfriend. How many hours did this take? How many hours have we played this game? We enjoy each other's company, happy for the solitude of nature. I don't know how long we stayed there together before Yuuna reluctantly had to get back to her studying. Once we're back in the busy park, we say our goodbyes and I head home. Only 5 Wednesdays. Wait, really? And I play this like I would say like 2 hours every Wednesday? Sorry, I just got the cutest text ever. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we finally got to kiss our girlfriend. I arrive home expecting an empty house. Instead, Nikki is lounging on the couch watching TV. 10 hours to get a girlfriend. Unrealistic. Right. Hey, Nikki. She cranes her head to look at me, but doesn't move from her spot.
You're home.
Did Uncle Kaido come back yet?
Yeah, but then he left again. He said he had to meet someone, then he tried to sneak out when I wasn't paying attention. But I was paying attention, and I saw him go.
Whoops. Okay, my nails are like super long, and it takes me forever to text.
It was kind of weird, like he thought he'd be in trouble if I caught him.
He's going on a date with our aunt. Uncle Kaido trying to keep a secret from Nikki. Could he be going to see Aunt Yuki? Well, if he hasn't talked to Nikki about it yet, then I won't mention it either. So how was your day at the cafe?
Oh my god, I think my arms are gonna fall off. It had me washing dishes, and while I'm so happy that Uncle Kaito's restaurant is booming, if I have to wash another plate again today, I will scream.
That's great, huh? So what does that mean for dinner tonight? You finally adulted. Congratulations. You now know what to look forward to for the rest of your life. Nikki groans again.
Stop.
He ain't wrong. But at least when you're older, you'll get paid. She's 17, isn't she? Isn't she like 17 or 18? I feel like she's old. So are you going back tomorrow then? She shakes her head.
Nope.
What? You've quit already?
No, silly. I'm just not scheduled to work tomorrow. Today was exhausting, but it was still cool to be in the kitchen. And I was only on dish duty because I'm new. I know it won't be long before I'm prepping meals with the rest of the chefs.
Yeah, girl. What are you going to do instead?
Watch XZ's concert on TV.
Oh, damn, we can one-up you. She sighs wistfully.
I bet he's even dreamier in person.
I'll let you know if that's true. Nikki gives me a skeptical look.
Did you just say what I think you said?
If you thought I said I'm going to be at the concert, then yes. She stares at me, then snorts.
Yeah, right. Those tickets were sold out as soon as they went on sale.
I didn't say I had a ticket. I said I'm going to the concert.
How would you be able to get in without a ticket?
When you're a pilot, you make all sorts of connections, like the ones who sponsor your team and this concert.
Wait, Dashu is sponsoring this concert?
Nikki's mouth drops open and her eyes grow wide with hope.
You're going to the concert?
She hops over the couch and grabs my arm.
Please tell me you can bring your adorable and totally deserving little sister.
I want to know how old the girl who voices this chick actually is. Because I think she's supposed to be playing a 17-year-old. Probably won't be that great anyway. No peas, all mine. Sorry, it's just all business, no pleasure. Sorry, I'm only allowed to attend because Dashu is holding a promotional event beforehand, and I've got to go to that. It's a concert, but I've still got to work. Nikki looks disappointed, but nods.
I see.
I would take my little sister. I'd be like, yo, you can stand in the corner until I'm done doing the stuff that I have to do, and then you can enjoy the concert with me. Yeah, like, I don't know. She perks up.
You promise?
I promise.
You'll make it out to Nikki?
Probably. She throws her arms around my neck and pulls me into a hug.
Thank you, big bro. That'd be an amazing present. I mean, a more amazing present would be taking me or getting me tickets to the show, but this is a solid second.
She lets go, then sinks back into the couch.
Anyway, you should probably order dinner now.
Why?
I'm hungry, and I'm not cooking.
My stomach growls in response. I guess I'm hungry too. I go check out the takeout menus. After a delicious dinner, I head up to my room and do a little more research on Dashu and their other sponsees. Sponsees? Wouldn't it just be like... Is that a word? Sponsee? Excuse me. It's likely that I'll end up talking to some of them, and I don't want to seem ignorant. Once I'm done, I go to bed and drift off to sleep. I just want to keep talking to Yuuna. I just want to keep, like, progressing their relationship. Like, fuck me in a pilot right now. The sound of my alarm wakes me up. With a wide yawn, I push myself out of bed. A small part wishes I could have slept in again, but that part is silenced by the rest of me who is pumped for this big concert. I swap through different outfits and spend a little more time on my appearance. It's important that I make a good impression as I'm not only representing myself and my team, but I'm representing Ace Academy too. Septula, yes, let the visual novel flow through you. Welcome to the family. Once satisfied, I check my email for the location of the event. It's hosted at the Isokaze Concert Hall. The sponsorship networking event is at a club next door. That was quick. I head downstairs expecting to see a heartbroken Nikki, but to my surprise, Uncle Kaido greets me from the couch, a piece of toast hanging from his mouth.
Hey, bud, time for sure?
What? Kaido swallows his mouthful of toast and grins.
You don't speak Fu?
The actor that voices Lily from HOTS is like 40? Are you serious? Not fluently, it
Are you
seems.
excited for today?
You already know?
Are you kidding me? Nikki has been talking non-stop about it. Oni-chan gets to meet XC!
Did she really say that?
Close enough.
Speaking of which,
She's hanging out with some friends. They're going to watch the concert together, but have to prep first. I don't really understand what that means.
they're like getting dressed up to watch. They're like having a concert night at the house, getting dressed up for it. She's also the mom of Kevin in Supernatural. I've never watched Supernatural. The voice actor of Lily is the mom in Supernatural? It's not outside a reasonable VA range.
I guess I can talk pretty high. I don't think my high voice sounds believable, though.
I think I sound like I'm faking a voice when I talk like that. Neither do I. I check the time. Not enough time to make breakfast.
Here,
Uncle Kaido offers me his extra toast.
I know that face all too well. There have been many a morning where I had to go hungry, and I can't subject my nephew to that kind of life.
I want literally one thing out of 2.0, an Alarak announcer, and they don't have one. I bet they'll add it. I really want a Chromie announcer. I was hoping that they would add more announcers, and I feel like they did, but not very many. Your high voice sounds like someone's just sucked up helium. Oh my gosh. That's morbid.
I have a rare day off and can afford to make another.
I grin and accept his offering. Thanks.
Have a good day.
I nibble at my toast and head to the garage. Then I wolf the remaining toast down before driving into the city. But yeah, I feel like the high voice that I can make does not sound believable at all. There's a passage between the hall and the arcade as the properties are owned by the same family. As I pass through, I spot the signs directing me to the Dashu VIP arcade lounge. After proving my identity to the guard, I enter. Damn. As soon as I walk in, I spot many recognizable faces. Weiger Toods, Sydney Crossbow, Chenille O'Keel, Ristiano Cronaldo, just to name a few. I keep waiting for someone to stop and ask me what I'm doing here, but no one does. A few people glance at me in passing, some even flash me a smile as if to say, "You're one of us now." I can voice act ETC. Can you really? I can't get that low. Walking in the same room as these people is intimidating, but also exhilarating. I don't see XZ anywhere.
Broseph!
I turn around and see Sho, Mayu, and Kaori approaching me. Hey guys.
Can you believe this? My inner fanboy is going off the charts!
Kaori shrugs.
I don't see what the big fuss is.
Me neither.
Mayu chokes on her words and her eyes widen at the sight of someone. I follow her line of sight expecting XC, but instead I see some old dude with white hair. Breathe, Mayu. She takes a deep breath.
It's Reboot von Beethoven!
Who's that?
Who's that?
If looks could kill, Sho would already be on the ground bleeding.
Huh?
As Sho cowers, Mayu closes her eyes and sets her jaw determinedly. Then, with shaking legs, she walks towards the man.
Well, then.
Kaori blinks in surprise. I doubt any of us imagined Mayu was capable of something so terrifying. Mayu stalks closer to Reboot von Beethoven, but as soon as his attention lands on her, she becomes rooted to the ground. Uh-oh. He waits patiently for her, watching her curiously. She remains frozen, so he smiles and pats her on the head, then resumes his journey to the buffet tables. After Mayu's internal systems reboot, she hops back to us with a starstruck eyes.
He touched me.
Oh my god. I'm happy for you. I wouldn't phrase it like that. What's the big deal? I still don't get it.
Reboot von Beethoven. He's...
The greatest classical composer to exist since the original.
Oh my god! Sho repeats the words flatly like he's heard this a million times before.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hello, beautiful people.
Valerie is all smiles as she approaches. She throws an arm around me. Oh, she throws an arm about me and Kaori, much to Kaori's dismay.
What's with all the excitement?
Mayu just met Beethoven.
You mean the Ludwig von Beethoven?
I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. No, reboot. Mayu nods happily.
Ooh, he's the greatest classical composer to exist since the original.
Seriously? Mayu bursts out laughing and Valerie joins in. Their laugh is contagious and soon we've all joined in. When we finally catch our breaths, Kaori looks around.
Where's Yuuna?
Not
Where
sure.
is Yuuna?
She might be busy handling logistics and stuff.
That makes sense, actually. A man in a dashu hat interrupts us.
Hey, are you guys from Ace Academy?
Yes.
He checks off a name on his clipboard.
You're up for the photo shoot. Please, come with me.
We look at each other, then shrug and follow him. Excuse me. He leads us to a secluded area behind a wall of curtains. There's a station already set up on a stage with a backdrop and lighting equipment. A man with a tied-back ponytail barks directions at the models, his camera at the ready. Yuuna stands to the side and studies the clipboard in her hand. As our manager, I guess part of her job is coordinating any events we attend. I hope she doesn't have to work the whole time. Oh, look at how cute she is! Hey, Yuuna. She glances over at us and grins.
You're here. Sorry I haven't had a chance to say hi.
Look at her thigh highs that she got on right now. Are you helping with the whole event?
No, I've just been getting our team affairs in order. You guys are doing okay?
We all nod.
Great! Well, they want a team photo of all of us. I've already worked it out with our photographer. We're going to be here.
She leads us to the stage where the photographer is waiting. He directs us into a normal group stance with bright smiles. The shutter clicks constantly as he captures us from different angles.
Perfect. Excellent. Very nice.
Once he gets the takes he needs, Sho wants to take a cool photo. With the photographer's permission, we hold action poses, trying to look as badass as possible. This is pretty fun!
Now we need a
Sorry, that
solo
was
model from the
probably
team. While I work on setup, Yuuna, please coordinate who will be your swimsuit model.
Swimsuit model? Why do we need a swimsuit model for?
A swimsuit?
The photographer sighs impatiently.
Yes! It'll be used for our upcoming catalog, The Taste of Summer. What's more summery than a warm beach?
He walks off before Yuuna can protest.
Did you guys hear that?
We nod.
Who should do it?
Kaori can do it. Yuuna should. Pick Mayu. Valerie, of course. Sho. We will not be objectified. Sho. I vote Sho.
Agreed.
Yes. Of course. Mm-hmm.
No one misses a beat. Sho looks shocked. Choose yourself, get a Speedo. I couldn't choose myself.
Yeah, what? Are you guys serious? Why are you all agreeing so quickly?
Yuuna flags down the photographer.
We've made a decision.
Don't assume I'm just gonna do it.
Kaori gives Sho a good knocking. He didn't read it! What was that for?
You were obviously hoping one of us would do it instead. Pervert!
Sho frowns but doesn't deny it.
Rosif, how could you do this to me?
Cuz, man, it was either you or me, bruh. The photographer gives Sho a once-over.
Really? Him?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
He forms his finger into a box to frame Sho's face.
I can see the campaign. Even if you look like this, there's still hope with Dashu by your side.
What the fuck? Why Sho? Because if I chose any other girl, Yuuna might be mad at me. But if I chose Yuuna, Yuuna would be mad at me. Do you not know women? If I chose Yuuna, she would have been like, Why do you choose me? Why do I have to be the one in the bathing suit? If I chose any of the other girls, she would have been like, why you choose her for? Do you think she looks better than me? What's a once over? It's when someone looks you up and down. One time. With women, everything is a double-edged sword. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
I like it.
Oh my god, poor show.
I resent that.
Come on.
He whisks Sho into the changing room.
I will get my vengeance. This life or the next.
He was the safest option. His voice fades away into the distance. With women, there's only one thing you can do. Smile and nod. Pretty much. That turned out better than I could have hoped for. Once in front of the camera, Sho is surprisingly impressive.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I knew he had it in him.
We all cheer him on. Some other women in the crowd hear our cries and watch Sho with interest, which only encourages him. At this rate, his photos will turn out better than ever. Afterwards, he changes back into his regular clothes and rejoins us.
Whew! That went better than expected.
Thank you very much. We have everything we need.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. We exit out of the photo area and back into the main lounge.
What do you guys want to do now?
Valerie lets out a loud squeal.
Look!
She points to none other than XZ, who is steadily walking towards us. He's a lot taller in person and a lot cooler. I have to admit, Nikki was right. He's more attractive in person.
XZ!
That would be me.
He grins charmingly.
I don't believe we've met. Are you new? I doubt I would have forgotten such stunning visions such as yourselves.
Damn. Each girl turns a bright shade of red, including Kaori. They shoot him nervous glances of elation and awe. Even Valerie has lost her cool. XZ looks... Oh wait. With all then speechless, XZ looks at Sho, who's equally smitten. XZ grins understandingly, of course. He must be used to this. Finally, his gaze lands on me. Oh, hi. We're from Ace Academy. Dashu is sponsoring our team.
Ace Academy? That means you guys are pilots.
His face lights up and he seems genuinely impressed. I motion to myself, Sho, Mayu, and Kaori. We are. I point to Yuuna. She's the team manager. Then I point to Valerie. And she's our engineer. XZ winks and gives us a thumbs up.
That's hardcore, man. I always wanted to be a pilot. What a cool job.
Damn. How many fucking belts does this guy need to keep his pants up? 3, apparently. He needs all of them, Blinky. All the belts. All the belts in Japan.
Excuse me, XZ-senpai?
XZ-senpai?
Just X is fine.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, X-senpai. Do you think we can get a photo, please?
Yeah, me too.
XZ nods.
Sure. Why don't we get a group photo?
Good idea.
Count me in.
Kairi nods with a smile. X motions to a nearby Dashu employee. As we get into place, each of us surreptitiously is trying to stand right beside XZ. The photographer comes out from behind the curtains, his camera at the ready.
Everyone say Z.
We say Z in unison and have a good laugh as the photo is taken.
Excellent.
Senpai
I'll make
weave!
sure to have these emails to you all.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Z.
X smiles.
You guys are too formal. Kick back and have some fun. We're gonna be rocking out soon enough.
That's right.
A man in a suit comes over and whispers in XZ's ear.
Time for warm-ups and stage prep. You're coming to the show, right?
Of course!
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Good. I'll be looking for you.
Damn, he'll be looking for us. After flashing us one last thumbs up, he walks towards his manager. We're all still giddy from our encounter with him.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Valerie sighs dreamily and Yuuna nods.
I don't know about you guys, but all this excitement has made me hungry. We can't leave this event until we've checked out the buffet.
Show eyes the majestic spread as the team murmurs their agreement. You guys go ahead. I'll catch up to you in just a sec. I rush after XZ, my promise to Nikki at the front of my mind. Excuse me, XZ? He turns and smiles when he sees me.
Hey, man. What's up?
I was wondering if I could get an autograph.
Of course.
He waits with an expectant smile. Right, pen and paper. I pat down my pockets but come back empty-handed. Don't tell me this is happening right now. There isn't anything lying around I could use either.
See, we need you.
Sure.
He scratches the back of his head. I can't believe I'm gonna fail like this. I'm sorry, I don't have a pen or paper on me. You're busy and I don't want to keep you. I'm sure my sister will understand.
Sister?
Yeah, my younger sister found out I was coming here and she asked me to get a signature. He nods knowingly.
In that case.
Exie takes off his necklace and offers it to me. There's no way I can accept it. Thanks, are you sure? I blink at him. This is way more than just a signature. Are you sure this is okay?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I accept the offering. Thank you. He smiles warmly.
The things we do for our baby sisters, right?
Oh, he must have a baby sister. You better get Yuuna in check. I saw the way she was looking at Exie. You got that right. He gives me another thumbs up before disappearing with his manager. I look over his medallion before safely pocketing it and then head back to my friends. Damn, the real drama would be when we lose it on the way home and Nikki whoops our asses. After eating our fill from the buffet, we continue to mingle and meet other Dashi sponsees. Everyone we spoke to was excited to hear that Dashi was sponsoring an East team and wished us luck in our matches. It felt really satisfying to be the center of attention, if only for a short moment. Soon it was time for the concert. We file into the concert hall and towards the front of the stage where flashing lights introduce XZ. Yuuna jumps up and down with the beat and lets her long hair flow free. She sings loudly without abandon as she dances and flashes me excited grins. I blush when her chest bumps against me, but Yuuna is too absorbed in the music and energy to notice. This is the first time I've seen her completely let loose. XZ is the perfect combination of entertainment and talent, and my voice soon grows hoarse from singing along. At one point, he even saw us and winked. Once the concert is over, we chat animatedly about how awesome it was before heading our separate ways and going home. To him, it's just a necklace. That's true. I'm barely through the door before Nikki bombards me.
Hello.
Hi. She eyes me up and down. So what?
Quit stalling. The autograph?
I got something even better. Completely forgot I didn't get an autograph. I didn't have any papers, so I couldn't get you an autograph. Her eyes widen.
You had one job. How could you have been so unprepared?
Calm down. I didn't come home empty-handed. Look. I pull out the necklace. She snatches it from my hand and examines it for a signature, but there isn't one. She pouts.
Just an XZ necklace. You can buy those at any souvenir stand. I wanted an autograph from him.
No, XZ himself gave this to me to give to you. She crosses her arms and raises an eyebrow.
Do you really think I'm that gullible?
Okay, to be fair, even I would not believe that story. I can prove it. I pull out my phone and open up the selfie we took before the concert. The medallion is clearly around his neck. Then I flip to the photos during the concert where there is an obviously lack of a necklace. Nikki grabs my phone and pinches in to zoom the images. She swipes back and forth between the photos over and over and over. When she suddenly leaps up and down, still clutching my phone.
Oh my god, you were telling the truth. I can't believe it.
What? Nikki throws her arms around my neck and squeezes me tightly.
This is the best.
The necklace or me? She plants a kiss on my cheeks before letting go. Then slips the necklace over her head.
I'm never taking this off.
Oh my god. I'm happy for you. I bet I can change that. That's gross. I bet I can change that. What the fuck does that mean? You know he's sweat all over that thing, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
I can't wait for the day when girls will cherish my sweat.
I don't even care that you're being gross right now because this necklace is the best gift ever.
Glad you like it. She nods happily.
Go tell my friends. They're gonna flip.
She dashes up the stairs 2 at a time. That's the fastest she's ever tried to get away from me. I haven't seen her this happy in a long time. Thanks, Sexy, for making this happen. Gross, what's wrong with girls? Girls are weird, man. My grumbling stomach derails my train of thought. I probably should have made better use of all the free food. Oh well, let's go see what we've got. I make my way into the kitchen. Uncle Kaido's laptop and papers are spread across the kitchen table, but he is nowhere in sight. He probably went to the washroom. I'm about to open the fridge when a beeping from his computer distracts me. I glance over and see a new email has come in, but as my eye wanders over the sea of Japanese text, one English email draws my attention. Even more curiously, the words New York are in the preview text. New York? What could Uncle Kaido possibly be doing there? I try to resist the temptation, but as I read, a private investigation firm based out of New York, my curiosity gets the best of me and I click open the email. Why would Uncle Kaido order an investigation work in the States? In New York specifically, I read on. Mr. Kaido, we have begun our preliminary investigation into the case of Mr. and Mrs. Combo. The laptop is closed shut before I can finish. I look up sharply into Kaido's serious frown.
I thought you knew better than to snoop through other people's things.
I just saw an email from an investigation firm in New York.
Why were you looking through my email in the first place?
I know I'm in the wrong for snooping, but I can't let him change the subject. Not when it involves my home and my family. The email was talking about Mom and Dad. Uncle Kaido remains stoic.
You misread it.
No. A growing anger bubbles in my chest. I don't care if you have secrets. I even understood when you tried to hide the truth about Aunt Yuki, but I will not allow you to keep secrets from me when it involves my parents. There's no trace of a smile on Uncle Kaido's face, and his dark eyes are unusually grim. I search his face, looking for a spark of my goofy and mellow uncle, but he has a mask of stony silence. What do you know? What aren't you telling me? After a long pause, he finally speaks.
There are some things you are better off not knowing.
Try me. I have a right to know what happened to my parents. Uncle Kaido's expression doesn't change, but a faint line of worry creases his brow. I soften my tone. I appreciate that you're trying to protect me, but whatever it says in that email, I can handle it. He looks hard at me and I stay silent as he ponders my words. Finally, he sighs and opens the laptop. After he pulls up the email, he slides the computer towards me. With bated breath, I read through the brief email. Mr. Kaido, we have begun our preliminary investigation into the case of Mr. and Mrs. Combo, and we have found that the witness statements released during the conclusion of the case contrasted greatly with the statements originally recorded by the investigating officers. Further investigation will continue. That's it? I can't hide the confusion from my voice.
For now.
I don't understand. It's common knowledge that witnesses are not always a reliable source. A lot of times they'll change their stories or misremember what they saw.
It's not just the witness statements. Before the accident, your mom called me out of the blue with a very strange request. We talked about custody when your parents first created their will, and we'd already decided that should your parents pass away, custody of you kids would go to me.
He's only reading half of the sentences. I thought it was strange that she'd bring it up again, but I figured she might have gone in to update her will and she felt a little insecure.
Of course, I assured her that I'd take care of you both. Then, a week later, your parents' accident happened. I tried to discreetly look into the accident on my own, but got nowhere. That's why I hired the private investigator.
I racked my brain trying to remember the last few days before Mom and Dad's accident. Were they acting any different than usual? Dad was wrapping up the last few upgrades to my core, but we were both scrambling to finish updates on Eagle before school started. I understand why you wanted to keep this a secret. Uncle Kaido looks relieved. But now that I know about this investigation, I want to be kept in the loop. He nods.
I suppose that's fair.
Maybe I can help too. I mean, we did live in NYC, and I still have some contacts from CINY.
Let's see what the PI comes back with and we can go from there. If your parents were in danger, I don't want you to put your life at risk too.
I nod reluctantly. I bet it had to do with his core, with the stuff in his core, why it overloads and shit, with the secret message. That's what it is, to remember? Valerie was talking about a secret message that was making the core overload like that. Kaido suddenly looks uneasy.
You aren't going to tell your sister about this, are you?
Hell to the no. She should know. No, she already seen. It's not my place to tell. It's not my place to decide what is or is not best for Nikki.
I think we should wait to tell her.
I don't respond, but look at him questioningly.
I don't want to open up old wounds or give her false hope after she's worked so hard to move on with her life.
The less she knows, the better. But I don't remember any message on your core. Valerie was trying to decode. She wanted to know why the core overloaded in our first fight, and so we let her fiddle with it. And she was talking about a hidden message that was like in the code of the core, but she couldn't decrypt it. So that's what she was working on the last time we let her fiddle with our core. Hey Lights, I didn't see you sneak in here. How are you? I'm good. How are you tonight? Oh, it was a joke. Oh,
when the
my
time
bad.
comes.
I'm really invested in this story. Uncle Kaido gently shuts his
I
laptop.
think that's enough excitement for one day.
He grins jokingly at
I need
me.
to get some work done before you decide to snoop through even more of my emails.
That's my cue to head upstairs. The hidden message was the D. No, it wasn't. I think it was from his dad. Something about, I don't know what. I guess we'll find out. As we part and I head to my room, I try to focus on my homework, but my mind is filled with unanswered questions about Mom and Dad. If this wasn't an accident, then what really happened? Why would anyone want to hurt them? Eventually, I get my work done and head to bed. Then I drift into a fitful slumber. It's been 2 weeks since the XE concert and my conversation with Uncle Kaido. In that time, my team is still undefeated and stronger than ever. Kairi, Sho, Mayu, and I put in extra hours of practice as we prepare ourselves for more difficult opponents. Things have been going amazingly between Yuuna and I. She passed her English speaking exam with flying colors, and now we practice oral all the time. Lately, she's improved immensely, and we try to use English as often as possible. I hadn't realized how much I miss speaking English until now. It's nice to have a partner to chat with. When I'm with her, I'm reminded of home. Nikki is up to her usual tricks in the kitchen. When they were short-staffed at the cafe, Nikki finally had her chance to show off her skills as a cook. She impressed the chef so much that she no longer has to spend time washing dishes. Of course, with greater responsibility comes longer hours at work. Uncle Kaido has been working harder than ever. This last week in particular, he's been leaving the house earlier in the morning and coming home way past midnight. Getting in on the daily... Wait. Oh. Work must be treating him very well because whenever I see him, he has a bright smile on his face. Oh, getting in with Yuuna on the daily? Tonight is one of the rare nights when both Nikki and Uncle Kaido are off work and I have no plans. After devouring the delicious meal that Nikki made, I'm happily nursing my food baby while Uncle Kaido clears the dishes. Nikki sighs heavily and slumps on the table.
I can't believe that nobody here really celebrates Halloween.
I think about the Halloween party I'm supposed to attend tomorrow. Yeah, they do.
Well, sort of. They don't decorate, though.
I sigh wistfully. That's true. Nikki snorts.
I bet all you really care about are all the slutty costume parties.
No, I like the decorations best. Who doesn't miss that? Halloween is lame without candy. Halloween blows. Who doesn't miss that? I sigh happily. I had no idea so many things were sexy, like a lobster, a rat, a lampshade. I plead the fifth. Nikki raises an eyebrow.
You can't plead fifth in Japan.
Damn, she has a point. I plead the Japanese equivalent of the fifth. Uncle Kaido sits down and looks intrigued yet confused.
Is that really a tradition?
Yep.
Interesting.
He's like, let me move to the States right now. We need to go right the fuck back there.
But that's not even the best part about Halloween.
No.
Yes, it is. Nikki glares at me.
No, the best part about Halloween is pumpkins.
What do I think the best part of Halloween is? I like Halloween. I like dressing up. What is pleading the fifth? Really? It means you don't have to answer. You refuse to answer a question. You have the right to not answer. Someone can ask you a question and you have the right to not answer that question.
More specifically, jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh yeah, carving pumpkins with Mom was both fun and
It's
frustrating.
because she was just so good at it. I mean, ridiculously good.
Remember that one time she carved the headless horseman in her pumpkin?
Yeah, and I'd been so proud of my pumpkin because I carved vampire fangs instead of square teeth.
You yelled at Mom for cheating and cried until she promised to carve another one with you.
I didn't cry.
Yeah, you did.
Well, my pumpkin still ended up being better than yours.
Says you.
You think you can do
No
better?
person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land of or naval forces or in the militia. When in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall any be compelled in any criminal case to be witness against himself. How can you be a witness against yourself? That's impossible. Nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process? Okay. Oh, right, freedom. Damn, Grimes. That's what comes up if you Google it. How can you be a witness against yourself? Did you do this? No, I didn't do this. I never saw myself do this. You would always choose in favor for you. That's so funny. Please, your pumpkins could never compete with mine. A confession is basically being a witness against yourself. Oh, that's true. If you were like coerced into confessing. Lots of the criminal stories that I've seen in our local newspaper anyway, recently, it's nobody pleading guilty, but it's pleading not guilty with the understanding that there is enough evidence for them to still be charged, basically, and they're acknowledging that. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't like our justice system in the way it is now.
That's just me.
Actually, your mom wasn't the only person in this family with amazing art skills. I bet my carving skills could outdo even your mom's.
Nikki
That's
grins.
a pretty serious claim.
There's only one way to find out.
Where are my keys? I'll go buy the pumpkins.
Kaido changes out of his suit and runs to the store. Meanwhile, Nikki and I scrounge around the house for some carving knives and old newspapers. I love fried pumpkin seeds. Plead accept the facts but not guilty. Yeah. They're like I know it's still considered you pleading not guilty, but there's like enough evidence to convict anyway. So it's like they still get the same amount of punishment as they would actually probably get less punishment if they pled guilty with like a deal, which I think is stupid. Like, I don't know why cops can't just lie and be like, hey, if you plead guilty to this, we'll cut you a deal. Psych! You did this shitty thing, now you gotta pay for it. I don't know why they can't do that. Craziness. Uncle Kaido returns with a triumphant smile and sets flat green pumpkins on the table.
Here, I bought 4 kabochas.
What are those, like squashes? Why 4?
Just in case someone messes up. Or we get hungry.
What? Pumpkins are not flat and they are not green. Nikki seems thoughtful.
They're a little small, but I guess these'll do. It would be better if we could have found the big orange ones, but I guess they're kind of hard to find in Japan.
Do pumpkins not grow in Japan? Do pumpkins grow in Japan? Kabocha is what they're called. Oh, they're like, okay, they're like squashes. They're not like pumpkins. Because we don't eat the flesh of the pumpkin as in the same way as we do a squash. we have to have that shit like ground up. Interesting. Learning. Hashtag education. Okay. Uncle Kaido frowns.
Are these wrong?
Oh, he doesn't know. That's so cute. He doesn't know what pumpkins look like. Nothing grows in Japan, not even their population. Oh my god. They'll be fine. I tie an apron around my waist and grab one of the knives, then stab my pumpkin.
Jeez, look at that grin as he plunges in the knife.
No pun intended. Kaido has already slipped on his apron and stabs his pumpkin too. Then he cuts a circle off the top.
Less talking and more carving.
Nikki hurriedly sets up.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We fall silent while we carve in deep concentration. The only sounds are the squelch of the pumpkins. What is a squelch? I've almost finished my pumpkin when Nikki puts down her knife.
And done. Look at this masterpiece.
She swivels her pumpkin around and shows us a spooky face. She carved in narrow eyes and a long grin full of sharp teeth.
How did you do that so quickly?
Nikki giggles.
I told you, I'm the carving master.
She peeks at Uncle Kaido's pumpkin.
You've only finished one eye.
It's gonna be like a super intricately like detailed eye.
You can't rush brilliance.
What about you, bro?
Just finishing the last few touches. She looks at my pumpkin.
Even he's almost finished. How come you barely started?
Just wait. Mine is going to be even better than the two of yours because I'm actually taking the time to do it right.
I think I hear a faint knock at the door, but no one else reacts. It must have been my
I
imagination.
win by default because I was fastest.
That's not fair. I thought we were being judged on best carving job.
It's both. Best and fastest carving.
Oh, that's not
You did it
fair.
at home.
I didn't know these rules.
Poor Uncle Kaido. Nikki turns to me.
Who do you think is the winner?
Obviously you. Have you not seen my masterpiece? Kaido's not even done yet. Clearly the winner is me.
I thought you weren't even finished.
I finished up while you two were arguing. I spin my pumpkin around for them to view it. Does this not scare your pants off? Nikki raises an eyebrow. Kaido looks down at his legs.
My pants are still on, so I'll have to say no.
Nice try.
Neither of you knows good art when you see it. A sing-song voice floats into the room, followed by a familiar face. Their aunt, we get to meet their aunt. Squelch is in this context like the sound of a squishing. Ew. A squishing.
Surprise!
Aunt Yuki. Oh, she's cute. Everyone freezes. Aunt Yuki? For some reason, she looks just as surprised as the rest of us. Her eyes are wide and her mouth forms an O. She's wearing a long, stylish trench coat, which she closes tightly. Why does she close it tightly? Nikki's face breaks into a wide smile and she races to give Aunt Yuki a hug.
Aunt Yuki?
Yuki relaxes into a matching grin and hugs her back.
Oh, you've grown so tall. What happened?
You think so? I still hope I grow another inch or two. I can't believe you're finally here.
Yuki blinks in surprise.
Oh, right. I'm, back from my business trip.
Oh, they made up! And that's where he's been sneaking out to, is because they made up. And they've been going on secret dates. And having their secret sexcapades. She looks at Kaido for backup, but his face is frozen mask of surprise and fear? Play along. Say you know the truth. Play along. Oh, wow, Aunt Yuki. You were gone for a really long time. Nikki giggles and follows my lead.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen you since we moved here. What were you doing that took so long?
Oh, you know. I was traveling doing company PR. Boring stuff. You don't want to hear about it.
I want to hear all about it. She's wearing sexy panties for Uncle Kaido. She's wearing a slutty Halloween costume for him, bringing the states to him. You know what I mean? Uncle Kaido finally recomposes himself.
It's okay, Yuki. They know.
They do?
They figured it out. I had no choice.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose that makes things easier.
I shake my head. Of course not. We get it.
I'm sorry I didn't stop by to see you kids sooner, but your uncle didn't even tell me you were here until a few weeks ago, when I was really traveling for work.
Nikki mock glares at Kaido.
Seriously, Uncle?
I meant to tell her. I just never seem to have time.
Oh, maybe they didn't have. Maybe they weren't having sexcapades to make up.
He just wanted to hug you all to himself.
How rude.
When I was exporting my Portal video to upload it to YouTube, I almost tagged it with sexperience. Or as sexperiments. And I was like, well, I better not put that.
Aunt Yuki, don't you want to take your coat off?
She steps back from Nikki and pulls her coat tighter. She doesn't want to take it off!
No, it's a little chilly in here, so I think I'll keep it on.
What she got under there?
Really? I don't think it's cold.
I actually, didn't realize you kids were home.
They are having sexcapades! Kaido's eyes widen in understanding as Yuki makes eye contact.
Oh.
He quickly jumps to his feet.
Yuki, I need to talk to you about something. In private.
I bet it's chilly, Aunt Yuki.
Sure.
They're gonna go do it! Before the words are out of her mouth, the two of them are already halfway up the stairs. I try to stifle my laughter as Nikki watches them leave, her mouth hanging open in confusion. That girl ain't confused.
Is it me or was that really weird?
She's 17. If she's confused, she needs to be going out more. Ah, sweet innocent Nikki. If you could only if only you could stay this innocent forever. I pat her on the head. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what it sounds like. You'll understand when you're older.
Now you're acting weird too.
A few minutes later, Kaido and Yuki return. She shed her coat and is wearing a pink sweater and a skirt. A few minutes later? Come on, Kaido. Gotta do better than that. I thought she was in middle school. This girl's in high school. She's like 17 years old. Crisis averted? Uncle Kaido shoots me a warning look as Aunt Yuki blushes. I struggle to hold in my grin.
Yep.
A few minutes? What?
Aunt Yuki, if you weren't really away on business, what brings you back home?
That's shameful. When this game was being developed under a different name, she was a middle schooler. Oh, okay. And MC was a high schooler. Okay. Yeah, the main character's in college now. Or like pilot technical school. I think she just put on clothes. I think Uncle Kaido got up that skirt there.
Hey, look at the pumpkins we've been carving.
Oh, yes, I'd love to see them.
Geez, Septimus, stop judging. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. Nikki glances over at me and raises her eyebrow again. I just laugh. While Aunt Yuki inspects the pumpkins, Uncle Kaido and Nikki return to arguing about who is the pumpkin master. Yuki says she'll put everyone to shame. I can't help but smile as I see Uncle Kaido slip his arm around Aunt Yuki. Maybe things are looking up for the two of them. I wasn't judging, see? We were right. They're making up. Before Nikki can challenge Aunt Yuki to a carving contest, I offer to take Nikki to the movie so Kaido and Yuki can catch up. At first, Nikki protests, but she has no choice but to go with me when I drag her out of the house. By the time the movie ends, Aunt Yuki and Uncle Kaido are nowhere to be found. I go to bed with a smile on my face and a glimmer of hope in my heart. Oh. I blink bleary eyes as my alarm wakes me and quickly slap it off. Why is this even going off today? I don't have anything planned this morning, so I can afford to sleep in. I close my eyes, roll over, and fall back asleep. After what feels like mere minutes, my slumber is once again disturbed. This time it's from the buzzing of my phone. My arm shoots out from beneath the blankets and grabs my phone. I squint from the blinding rays peeking through my curtains and retreated into the safety underneath my covers. The call is from Sho. Hello?
Broseph, you ready or what?
Ready for what?
Were you sleeping? Dude, it's 5 p.m.
That's how late I sleep on my days off. What? Eh? That's my anime surprised voice. Like offended voice. I throw off my blanket and push back the curtains, letting the blinding rays of dusk. Crap, how did I sleep the whole day?
I don't know, but the Halloween party is starting soon at the Pilot's Lounge. Do you have any idea what that means?
Fun party time, slutty everything. I'd rather be sleeping. Costumes.
Yes?
5 p.m., that's all. I think the latest I've slept since I started this night job was 7 p.m. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta get them up. Of the sexy variety.
You got that right.
His excitement is infectious. Don't worry, I'll be on campus soon enough.
Good. I'll see you there.
After hanging up, I throw my phone down on the bed and try to make myself look presentable. What costume are we wearing? I still have my old costumes from my times back at CINY. Any of them would be doable this time around. What do I want to dress up as? One of the Ninja Rangers. Lego Laz from Lord of the Gears. Sexy police officer Badman the Dark Knight. Who do we want to dress up as? One of the Ninja Rangers. Time to cosplay my favorite anime. I pull out my Balance, the Ranger of Justice outfit. Balance might not have been my favorite Ranger, but he definitely has the coolest outfit out of all of them. Badman, sorry. Legolas! After prepping and changing into my costume, I hop on my bike and head to campus. I'm actually thinking of making a costume to wear to BlizzCon this year. Like making a Kerrigan cheerleader costume to wear to BlizzCon this year. I'm thinking of it. When I reach the Pilot's Lounge main entrance, I text Sho only to see him waving at me.
Broseph!
What is he supposed to be? Hey, he's in a Yasogami high school uniform. Persona 4? Hey, I heard about this game. Alex is playing Persona 5. Who says she's still going for Yuuna? This is the Yuuna route. We have scored with Yuuna. We need to keep it going because we need to go all the way. It's taken us 5 Wednesdays just to kiss her. I'm not prepared to put in the effort with these other bitches around here. I'm not prepared for it. He grins.
That's right.
Persona 5 actually looks really cool. They've been spelling everything on. I bet it's copyright issues. I never noticed until now, but the real show looks and acts very, very similarly to Yazuke Hamanura. Is that an actual character from that game? I've never played Persona. Persona 5 looks really cool though. That's a perfect Yazuke cosplay, man. Good stuff. His eyes widen in surprise.
Yosuke.
Oh, Yosuke. Yeah. He frowns.
No, not Yosuke. I'm supposed to be Yuuna Nakami.
Who dat? I don't see it. You definitely fit the profile of a secondary character, the protagonist's best friend.
No way! I won't settle for that role.
I'm afraid it's already been decided. Because you look exactly like Yosuke in that cosplay. Okay. He looks like he's about to argue, but then sighs.
I knew I should have gotten that white wig sooner. It was still being delivered.
Aw, rip. At least he accepts his fate.
Speaking of outfits...
He looks at me.
Balance from Ninja Rangers.
Yep, you know your anime. I would hope so.
I watched it a ton as a kid.
Pfft, you still watch it now. He scratches the back of his head and smiles.
Yeah.
I still want to go see the Power Rangers movie. This is one big Persona 4 reference. I have never played. My boyfriend got Persona 5, and I've been watching him stream it, and it looks really cool. So I'm curious about the other Persona games. 2 guys dressed as salt and pepper shakers enter the building.
Shall we get going?
Where are the girls?
They met up in Kaori's dorm to get ready. They'll be over soon. We can head in first.
I guess. We enter the pilot's lounge and I gape at the surroundings. There are fake cobwebs lining the corners of the ceilings and walls, and fake bats and spiders are strategically placed in nooks and crannies. The lights are dimmed, which gives the place a spookier feel. I heard my boyfriend got Persona. Despicable. Go play Persona. I've never played it. He got Persona 5. And I've been watching him stream it. But it looks really fun, and I never played any of the other ones. This place looks awesome! There's a decent number of people here, and I recognize most of the pilots. I assume there are also engineers and team managers here too. It's a little hard to tell who everyone is while they're in their costume. And there's some pretty great costumes here. Some people went full out creative and dressed up as hilarious memes or puns, while others shelled out for shelled. I think that's supposed to be shelled. While others shelled out for fancy, well-crafted costumes. But of course, the winners of the evening are all the beautiful ladies who can only technically be considered dressed. Oh my god. Please go play Persona and then confess your love for Chi? Who dat? I sigh contently. This takes me back to my first CINY costume party.
I think I'm in heaven.
Where's the visuals for us? Sho's eyes are wide and his mouth hangs agape. He's staring hard at a group of girls dressed in a range of costumes, from sexy teachers to cute Japanese Idol cosplays. Oh, a Japanese Idol wouldn't be a bad one. The only Japanese Idol anime I've watched is Love Live, though. Chie? Okay. I'm so not, like, educated. I'm so not educated in Japanese names.
Whoa, there they are.
Sho points to a group of girls standing near the couches. As I squint, I get a better look. I realize it's the rest of our team.
Looks like they made it here before us.
I wonder what they're wearing. Sho and I weave through the crowd and make our way to the girls. Damn, Valerie.
Hey!
Okay, Yuuna, I can get down with this. I kind of like Kaori's costume the best. Sho's demeanor changes mid-word from excited to confused.
Hey there, cuties.
Hello.
Mayu smiles and waves. Sho's face is bright red and he's having trouble making eye contact. I don't blame him. Kaori's wearing a night outfit from a currently popular fantasy anime. Dude! It would be really cool to dress up as, like, Saber from Fate Stay Night. I told you, Legolas. What? Why? It wouldn't match her. Would have been Yuuna. I know her. As a healthy heterosexual male, Yuna's witch costume makes it hard to focus on her face. It's actually true. Mayu's dressed in a cute magical girl cosplay. I'm impressed by the intricacies of her costume and how well it complements her. Finally, Valerie. I think the plethora of guys oogling her speaks volumes about her Neko girl outfit. What is a Neko girl? Just like a cat girl? Is that like a cat boy? In before Yuuna. I love you as a friend. Oh my god. Like those pictures, like those friend zone pictures on Facebook where it's like a guy who clearly likes the girl and the girl is like, you're the best friend a girl could ever have. You're like my gay boyfriend except straight. Oh my god. Valerie spins her tail playfully. Neko cat? I actually don't know. I assume it's a cat girl. Yeah? Just like because she's dressed up as a kitty.
So,
well, kinda.
What do you boys think?
What a time to be alive.
Valerie giggles.
Let's go get some drinks.
We all nod and head over to the bar. Damn, Sho's trying to get them all wasted.
Hey.
What's up, girl? Yuuna appears in front of me wearing a wide smile as the group moves on. Hi, Yuuna.
Ooh, I didn't know you were a fan of spandex.
She grins playfully. Apparently it's a necessity for saving the world.
Now I know their secret.
But you must only use this knowledge for good.
We'll see.
Damn, she's like, you bring that up to the bedroom later and we'll see.
On that note...
Yuuna holds out her hands to... Damn, I'm a perv. I'm like more pervy than probably half of you guys. Yuuna holds out her hands to the side, giving me a clear view of her outfit.
What do you think?
I love it. That cleavage! Oh! No, what? What do we say? What do we say to a girl recording? Tell me. Who's the redhead again? What is her costume? The redhead is Yuuna, our girlfriend, and she is the witch. She can see all of you, Septula. I know, right? what do we say? I love it. She's our girlfriend now, I think. So we have to be respectful. Say that cleavage. Do it. You're her boyfriend now. No need to hold back. Okay. My gaze shifts lower as soon as she reveals herself. 2 hands suddenly block my view. Damn, rejected! My eyes trail up to a pouting Yuuna. Aww.
Pervert.
Damn! What the hell? You can't wear something like that and then call me a pervert for looking. My bad. Damn, what do we say? We fucked up. Do we say my bad? Or do we say this? Blinky, tell me. Called it. We fucked up. Say my bad. Back up. Back up. You have to understand these things are out of my control. Yuna's eyes sparkle mischievously.
Maybe
She a
I need to
tease.
discipline you.
I'm gonna take some notes from Yuuna. Looking's not a crime, darling. Right? Wait, what did she just say? I do a double take, but her warm, innocent smile returns.
Let's go catch up with the rest of the group.
Damn, I bet she a freak. Maybe I'm just imagining things. No, we screenshotted it, fam. We got proof. Once we've all reconvened at the bar, we order our drinks and find an open table among the couches. Do we actually get to go all the way in this game? LOL, unreserved Yuuna is hot. Hot fire.
It's so unfair that I still can't have anything alcoholic.
Oh yeah, she's not of age yet. Valerie pouts and puts an arm around Mayu.
Isn't that right?
Mayu, speak softly.
I don't want to drink even if I could. Really? You have to at least try it once.
I feel Sho elbow my
If
side.
she's this excitable normally, I wonder how she'd act when drunk.
I don't think so, or else it would be banned. Oh, damn it. We don't even get the satisfaction of it. Maybe it'll just... No, it's only banned, I think, if it shows it. Like, or has, like, rapey undertones and shit like that. Like, obviously it can't show it, but it can, like, allude to it. Because, I mean, that's what it did with Uncle Kaido and Aunt Yuki. Sorry, my eyes are kind of watering. I don't even want to imagine the trouble she'd get us all into. Sho laughs.
Do that, brosif.
I thought he was talking about Mayu at first. How can it be banned if nobody played this game? Aha, that's true. Because, the reason why the soccer games are all banned is because they're kind of rapey. And I think they actually show nudity. Whereas, like, this one doesn't. And, like, in GTA, you can full on, like, fuck in that game. I haven't played this, but it's possible. We'll see. I guess we'll find out.
Enough with your private conversation. Let's play a game.
Yuuna perks up.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Mayu nods excitedly. Even Kaori seems interested.
Okay, what game were you thinking
Ah, my
about?
eye is so itchy. My allergies are so bad. Like, ugh. Am I the only one here who's played this before? Are you? This is my first time playing through it.
Well, in honor of Sho's cosplay of Yosuke.
Not Yosuke!
Damn, bro, you got owned. Mayu looks surprised.
Really? I thought you were Yosuke this whole time.
Sho slumps on the table.
Not you too, Mayu!
Rip.
I'm sorry. It's just, you portray him perfectly. With that outfit, I mean.
Wasn't Yosuke the comic relief?
And a pervert.
It's like someone copy and pasted that character and changed the name to Sho. The group nods. Sho groans.
You guys are killing me here.
Poor guy. Yuuna looks at Valerie.
What game were you thinking about?
The King's Game.
What is that, like King's Cup?
Mm-hmm. It's easy. We number chopsticks and give one of them a special symbol. Whoever picks the symbol is the king.
These devs recently successfully kickstarted their next game, Crystalline, comes out this year. Okay. This game is self-aware. Is it? That's kind of cool. I've seen some of the visual novels like have actual like motion in them, and I think that would be cool. I have a bunch of these that I want to play.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
What do you do once you're king?
What can the king do?
The better question is what the king can't do. He'll command one of the numbers to do something, and his order is absolute. Don't worry, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to try it.
I'm gonna be the king! Everyone looks at Kairi in surprise. She's the last person we would expect to agree to a game like this. She blinks at us.
What? It's only us playing. I'm sure no one is going to make an unreasonable command. Right?
Show shifts uncomfortably.
Right.
Then it's settled.
Valerie grabs some chopsticks and marks them with numbers. Then she marks one of them with a color. She shuffles them on the table and holds them out in her hands so the marks are covered.
Let the games begin.
My heart races in anticipation as we all grab a stick. I turn mine over and see the colored marking. Lucky! I watch as the rest of my friends turn theirs over. I already knew that was going to happen. Crystalline has the motion you just mentioned. Okay, it's almost eerie how the sprites move so smoothly. Okay, I'll have to look that one up. Kairi wears her best poker face. If I didn't already have the king stick, I wouldn't know what she had in her hand. Sho's face is one of bitter disappointment. I wonder what he had planned as king. Maya breathes a sigh of relief. I guess she didn't want to be king. Valerie just seems indifferent about her stick. She probably would be happy as either king or subject. Yuuna looks around the table.
Who's the king?
I offer my glorious crown, or chopstick.
Brosif's got it. What is your command, your majesty?
Oh god. Let's think for a moment. I command number 1 to give me a kiss, number 2 to give me a tight hug, number 3 to give me a massage, number 4 to sit on my lap, number 5 to count to 10. Okay, let's do this one first. Number 5 to count to 10. Valerie pouts.
Really? That's it?
In English. Sho grins excitedly.
No problem, I can do that easily.
That's no fun. I want to vote for a new king.
We're just figuring out what it is.
Valerie, you don't vote for kings.
Valerie snatches the colored chopstick from my hand.
Usurp then.
I blink, slightly dazed. Did I just get dethroned? The rest of the group laughs. Oh, whoops. We played a few more rounds of the King's game and Sho never once drew the colored stick. Rip. She says that, but we all know Septila will. Wait, what? Is it cool if I link? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think I disabled it on Nightbot. Hold on. I shouldn't have any, like, filters on Nightbot. I had to change it, though, because, there was a bunch of things. How do I look at this? Nightbot is, excuse me. Oh yeah, everything is disabled. Yeah, definitely links are allowed. I think everybody knows here, like, if something is linked, click at your own risk. Because, like, nobody, unless they happen to, like, do it by accident, like, no one gets banned here. Basically. Unless they say something extremely, extremely racist. Watching his frustration as some of us became repeat kings was an endless source of amusement. I wonder if his luck is really that bad or if a certain blonde was rigging the game for her own amusement. I only ban links that Septila posts. Yeah. Weird, there used to be a demo on that page. Oh, really? Okay. When it became late, we all said our goodbyes and headed out. That's it. I stifle a yawn as I enter the quiet house. Tiptoeing into my room, I quickly get ready for bed and fall asleep with a smile on my face. Why don't we ever ask Yuuna to go out after, huh? Like, hey, Yuuna, it's Halloween. You want to go make out in the corner somewhere? I was away for the King's game. What happened? Oh, I asked number 5 to count to 10 because I didn't know what anyone's number was. And I was too scared to ask for a kiss or a hug or for someone to sit on my lap. Best Halloween ever. I beg to differ. The buzz of my alarm pulls me out of the dream world and into reality. With a sleepy roll, I slap blindly at the sound. Just 5 more minutes. The buzzing doesn't cease, no matter how hard I slap my clock. I blink open bleary eyes as 10:17 a.m. blinks back at me. Crap! I shoot straight up in bed. I'm late for class. I push the off button on my clock, but it doesn't stop the buzzing. Wait, my alarm doesn't buzz. Glancing over at my desk, my phone buzzes loudly on the wood. It's Valerie. She's probably wondering why I wasn't in class this morning. I hope she's calling to bring me notes. Pretend you were there all along. Who calls this early? Hey, Valerie. Sorry I missed you in class today. She sounds amused. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but my alarm didn't go off.
Probably because you didn't set it.
What?
It's reading week. You don't have classes, silly.
That explains a lot. If we don't have classes, then why are you calling me?
Because unlike somebody, I've been hard at work and found something interesting about Eagle's core.
Damn, okay. Really? What is it?
It's the secret to Eagle's maximum overdrive.
She decoded the thing! Wait, seriously? What does it say?
It says, come to the hangar right now.
No, it doesn't.
Only one way to find out. See you in a few.
She doesn't wait for me to respond before the line goes dead. Valerie? She's lucky my curiosity is stronger than my irritation. I get dressed and ready for the day. Just as I'm about to head out the door, my phone beeps. I pull out my phone, expecting another text from Valerie. Instead, I see an old alert. Call Mom today. Oh. My chest tightens as if a hand is holding my heart. Today was her birthday. Last year I was so busy at CINY that I completely forgot about my mom's birthday. I didn't give her a call until the next day, and even though she understood, I could tell she was disappointed. I created this alert right afterwards so I'd never forget again. Bible thump as fuck. Bible thump. That was an option, but you didn't take it. No, I didn't take it. How could I have known that would be her last birthday? A spark of anger heats my blood. If my mom and dad really were the target of foul play, somebody is going to pay for ripping them away from me. From Nikki. My phone beeps again. I open up a message from Valerie telling me to hurry up. I need to figure out what is going on with Eagle. Maybe that'll give me a hint as to what happened to Mom and Dad. What if it's like, oh, we have this secret core energy code type thing and they got killed over it. Like one of the big tech companies, like putting out a hit on these people because they wanted the technology for themselves or something. Was it Warp Tech? That was the first company we were involved with? Yeah. When I arrive at the hangar, I head straight for Eagle. Valerie stares intently at the terminal, biting her lip in concentration. She glances at me as I approach and smiles.
I almost thought you weren't going to show up.
Here I am. She points to the terminal, fidgeting with excitement.
It took some time, but I finally figured it out.
You were able to reverse engineer the overdrive mode? That's incredible! She grins proudly at my enthusiasm.
It took a little longer than I expected since the missing pieces were really hard to fill in. The full schematics are unlike anything I've seen before.
Oh, it wasn't a secret message, it was a plan, right? Then you're screwed if that's true, right? Her brows furrow in thought. Then she shakes her head and her excited grin returns.
Anyway, I've tested the data in the simulator, and it worked flawlessly. Your core is calibrated to be able to use the overdrive mode on demand.
That's gotta be what they died over. Like, that's the only thing that I can think of. That's awesome!
I haven't had a chance to try it in actuality, though. As much as I'd love to hop in your cockpit, I'm not much of a pilot. So, I leave the test piloting to you.
I nod. Of course. You're amazing, Valerie.
Oh, I almost forgot.
She returns to the terminal. As her fingers dance over the keyboard, another screen opens up. It's packed tightly with a lot of information, and the bottom has an open section to input a password.
I couldn't figure this out, and it looks like any sort of tampering will potentially wipe the data. What's weird about it is that all those lines are not really code that needs to be deciphered. They read more like references I don't understand. Since you're Build Eagle, I wondered if this might mean something to you.
I glance at the screen. It does read like a whole bunch of inside jokes meshed together. Some pieces seem familiar, but strewn together like that throws me off. I'm sure if I had time to sit down and concentrate, I could work through this, but right now I'd rather focus on the overdrive mode. Do you have all the data you need for the overdrive mode?
Yeah, which is why I almost forgot about this. I'm not sure what's hiding behind here.
No rush then?
No rush. I do think we should book off some practice time in the arena and confirm the overdrive mode works though. I mean, theory is still theory.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's tell the team about this and see if we can get a practice session in before the match. I shoot off an urgent group text. As I wait for everyone to show up, I pull up the arena schedule on my phone. Is there any chance it won't be fully booked because it's reading week? To my surprise, the arena is completely open tomorrow. Talk about good luck. Kairi is the first to arrive.
This better be important. Exams are next week, you know.
Trust me, you'll want to hear this.
Where is everybody else?
They're coming. A few minutes later, Sho and Mayu trickle in with Yuuna tagging along.
Sorry if we're late.
Why are they all in their school uniforms?
Look who we found trying to break into the hangar.
Yuna's cheeks flush. Damn, she thought we was sneaking around with Valerie.
I wasn't trying to break in. I was just about to text that I needed them to let me in.
Sho grins.
Sure, that explains why you were pulling on the doors.
I was just testing to see if maybe they were unlocked.
Wait, Yuuna, how did you get on campus so fast?
I was studying in the library when I got your text.
It just occurred to me Septula is calling her Kaori. I'm calling her Kaori. I'm just saying it fast.
Speaking of which, can you finally tell us what's going on so we can all get back to studying?
I glance over at Valerie, who nods. That's a hard name to say. I want to say the same name popped up in Your Lie in April. And it was hard for me to say then, too. I didn't read it!
Serious?
Oh, the on-demand. He's telling him. Sho's voice rings out above the team's collective exclamations of surprise. Valerie nods.
Yep. Sorry it took so long.
The fact that you managed to figure it out at all is really impressive.
Yeah, I don't think just anyone would have been able to.
Maybe.
Valerie answers modestly, but there's a slight blush of color in her cheeks.
So what exactly do you mean by overdrive mode can be activated on demand?
Well, initially the programming was set to a single-run instance because it was in debug mode. I found a way to change the options of activation.
Kaori is how I say it. Oh, I've been trying to mimic how they've been saying it in the game, but I don't do a very good job.
That being said, it's calibrated and tested in simulation, but...
Valerie looks at me. We want to reserve the arena so we can live test it. Kaori nods.
That makes sense. We definitely want
Oh, I
to get
guess
a
I kind of
handle
say it
on
like
before our
that.
next match on Thursday.
Why exactly do we have a match scheduled during reading week? Everyone stares blankly at me.
Why wouldn't we?
At CINY, everything was canceled during reading week. Classes, clubs, everything. They really wanted us to focus on studying. American schools do not have reading week.
That must have been torture.
I don't think it's a terrible idea. That just means there are fewer distractions from studying.
I know. Torture!
I preferred it that way. Tell me about it. They didn't have to cancel everything. It was nice that classes were canceled, but I suppose canceling all clubs and activities was a bit much. Sho nods.
Focus, guys!
Sorry.
Yuuna seems thoughtful.
Since your match is on Thursday, that doesn't give you much time to practice. Isn't the arena already booked up this week?
I'm not a very good, public speaker either. I don't open my mouth wide enough, I guess. Whenever I had to give speeches in class, I would stutter a lot. So, I'd try to read faster to get through it, and I'd end up stuttering more. So, I don't enunciate very well. You don't know that, Septila. When was the last time you were in school? Colleges here do not have reading week. We have spring break. We have spring break, winter break. We have like, I think they have a Thanksgiving break, but I'm not even sure. Canada has reading week. The last time Yuuna schooled Septila in tennis, that's true. Canada has reading week because they have it in February. I think they only have it in February though. But I'm if US schools have it, it's probably like on a school to school basis because none of the colleges that I've been to have ever had reading week. But Canada's a fictional country. Actually, it's completely open tomorrow. I was thinking we could head over around... Uh-oh.
Are you crazy? We can't do that!
I blink at Show's outburst. Valerie looks just as confused as I am, but the rest of the team wears matching looks of horror.
What is up with those faces? You guys look like you've seen a ghost.
I mean, you're not too far off. The arena is haunted.
Valerie bursts out laughing and I let out a few chuckles. What are you talking about? We've used the arena plenty of times and we've been fine.
It's not always haunted. Only tomorrow.
What?
It's not haunted, you idiot.
I can always count on Kaori to be reasonable.
It's cursed.
What? Never mind. What?
How is it cursed?
It's the curse of Yori and Nori.
You too, Yuuna?
Joseph, Yori and Nori are no joke. Haven't you heard the legend?
No.
What legend?
Show takes on a serious tone.
Many years ago, there was a set of twin brothers, Yori and Nori, who attended ACE.
And they were both top pilots here.
They were fiercely competitive in the arena, and their matches were thrilling to watch. Yori was the older twin by a few seconds, and no matter how often they battled, he always took first rank.
I wonder why only half of the sentences are reading.
Nori hated being outmatched and overshadowed by his brother and trained harder than any other pilot at school. At the end of the season, the twins' highly anticipated match was just as exciting as ever, especially when Nori took the title of first rank from his brother.
I guess Nori's training finally paid off. Valerie raises an eyebrow.
Seriously? This is so cliche.
Sho gives her a look, but otherwise ignores her.
It was all anyone could talk about, but Yori was furious. He didn't think it was possible that his brother could surpass him. He accused his brother of cheating and continued to pester Nori until Nori couldn't take it anymore. They agreed to one final match, no holds barred, which would prove who was the better pilot once and for all. Obviously, the school would never allow no holds barred matches, so they set up a time after hours to meet in the arena.
Oh, I see.
Boring.
Just wait!
When they met in the ring, they readied their weapons like usual. Charging their laser guns, they waited for the signal. As soon as it sounded, they simultaneously unleashed their shot, which collided in a huge explosion.
That's not how explosions happen.
Trust me, it happened. I don't know how it did, but it did.
Mayu and Yuuna nod along with Sho.
After the smoke cleared, standing in the middle of the arena were the twins' two gears.
Okay.
That's not the weird part. The weird part is that there was no trace of the brothers. Both the cockpits were completely empty.
Mayu shudders.
There weren't even ashes or anything. Wait, let's go back a second to this explosion. How did the gears even survive that?
That's part of the mystery. They say that the brothers' spirits are trying to finish the battle to see who is the better pilot, and any pilot who dares get between them will suffer the consequences.
Your girl believes in curses, it's time to move on. Oh my gosh, I hear blondes are nice this time of year. We're gonna prove them wrong. Valerie cocks her head to the side.
You guys really believe this stuff?
It's real. Ever since then, anyone who's used their gear on the anniversary of the brothers' battle has ended up with serious injuries.
Yeah, there was this kid whose gear malfunctioned and started moving on its own.
And the girl whose gear got stuck after it depowered, so she was trapped inside. They had to remove the whole front of her cockpit to get her out.
Those are just the reported ones. A lot of times what happens in the arena stays in the arena.
Valerie looks at me.
What do you think?
I can't handle the curse. I got 99 problems, but a curse ain't one. Better safe than sorry. I don't believe in ghosts or curses.
Then how do you explain all the bad things that have happened on that day?
Self-fulfilling prophecy, bro. I don't know. Coincidence?
The point is, we cannot be anywhere near our gears tomorrow. In fact, we should get out of Ace Academy altogether and go somewhere fun.
Like the beach again? That went swimmingly, no pun intended. Valerie's dismissiveness shifts to intrigue.
Ooh, I like fun.
Where were you thinking? A sly grin spreads across Sho's face as he whips out a handful of tickets.
The hot springs, of course.
How long have you been carrying those?
You don't want to know.
I raise an eyebrow.
Let's just say I've got these ready for next year, too.
What the hell? Sounds like a whole lot of fan service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What does that mean? Valerie squeals and starts playing with her hair.
I can't wait to go. The water's going to feel so good.
I could use a break from studying.
You should come, Yuuna.
Yuuna smiles.
Okay, you've convinced me.
That wasn't hard.
Wow, that was easier than I thought.
I live in Northland, USA. It's like really cold in my house right now. We're under winter weather advisory.
What about you, Kaori?
Like it's gonna fucking snow.
We
Kaori
don't
frowns.
have time for this. Don't you all have exams to study for?
We've got the whole week to study. Besides, even Mayu's going.
Way to speak for Mayu. Mayu looks away as Kaori's gaze lands on her.
Are you going too?
Yeah. I'll study better once I've had a short break.
Study physical education with the gal, right?
Come on, Kaori, live a little. If Mayu can go, then you can go. I mean, does anyone here study more than she does?
Mayu frowns.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you're really smart.
Aw, nice save. Mayu blushes deeply but looks pleased.
So, you coming, Kaori?
Kaori sighs.
But I'm coming back first thing the next morning, with or without you guys.
Yes.
Damn, it's an
gang's
overnight
on go.
trip?
Since my day tomorrow is pretty much shot, I need to get as much studying done now as I can. I'll see you guys later.
Kaori hurries out. I actually should get some studying done
Me
too.
too.
Same here.
It's time for me to hit the books too.
Everyone pauses to stare at her.
What?
You study?
Of course. How else do you think I get straight A's?
Sho's eyes widen.
Straight A's?
Overnight with a girl?
Don't sound so surprised.
Aw, if everyone else is going to study, then what am I supposed to do?
Study? Sho sighs.
I guess.
We can study together.
Oh, Sho perks up.
Suddenly studying sounds like a great idea.
Oh, they love each other. Mayu smiles shyly. Sho takes her hand and the two of them wave before walking away. Alright, well I'm out. I'll see you guys later. No, we need to study with Yuuna! God, my main character is such a fucking dumbass. Everyone says their goodbyes and heads their separate ways. God damn it. I find a quiet spot in the library and spend a few hours studying. We so could have studied with Yuuna, but whatever. Once the words start to blur on the page, I decide to take a break. I wonder if anyone else is ready for a break too. Yuuna. I wonder if Yuuna is still trying out different clubs. The last couple of times I went with her, it was pretty fun. Let's see what she's up to. I dial Yuna's number. She seems out of breath when she answers.
Hello?
Hey Yuuna, checking out any new clubs today?
No, I've decided on what I want to do.
Tennis. Oh really? What did you choose?
Tennis.
I grin. Is that what you're doing now?
Actually, I decided to participate in the Tennis Open League today.
Oh nice. Does that mean you're gonna try out for the school league next year?
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It's still a huge time commitment. But I can always drop in on club matches. You're coming, right?
She tries to keep her tone light, but a hint of worry sneaks into her voice. I know that my being there to support her would mean a lot. Plus, there's no way I'm gonna turn down another opportunity to see her in that cute tennis outfit. Yuuna isn't same classes. Oh, she's in one class of ours, and that's it. She takes English health. We have improv together. Like, we go to the clubs together. Of course, I'll be that loud voice in the stands cheering you on.
I'll be disappointed if I don't hear you.
I'll be sure to yell extra loud. Meet you at the courts.
Okay, see you soon.
Aw, we hang up the phone and I make my way to the rec center. The event has a strong turnout, and while the spectator space is not as large as our other venues, more than half of the seats are filled. I scan the crowd of students lining the tennis courts in search of Yuuna. She's off on her own, leaning into a runner's stretch. Hey, Yuuna. Her face lights up when she sees me.
You're here. Thanks for coming.
I wasn't going to miss out on another chance to watch you wipe the floor with your opponents.
It won't be so easy this time. I recognize some of the students from the Ace Tennis League. There's a good chance I'll have to play against them.
I take another look at the students holding tennis rackets. Most of them keep to themselves. They wear solemn faces and quietly stretch. A small group of students are gathered in a circle. Those must be the league members. I don't think I know who any of them are. Yuuna pauses and points to the ones she recognizes.
That girl with short hair is also a second year, and a pretty strong player on the team. She's actually from my hometown. We trained together in high school.
The girl is one of the only students with a smile on her face. She rolls her wrist and lets her racket hang loosely by her side.
The guy to her left is a first year. He just made it onto the team, so he's still in training.
As Yuuna gives me the stats on her opponents, her demeanor changes, her posture relaxes, and her eyes glance alertly around the court. She'd fit right in with the rest of us in the pre-combat room if she were a pilot.
And that small guy beside them is actually their star player.
Really? I glance skeptically at him. He looks like a high schooler who's still waiting to go through puberty.
Yeah, he's a third year and captain of the tennis team. In fact,
Yuuna points again to the first girl.
Will probably take his place as captain next year. He's also left-handed.
And that means...
I should have worked harder on my backhand.
So it sounds like those few are the only real challenge here.
That's only as far as I know. There may be some hidden diamonds nobody knows about.
You'll do great anyway. I doubt there will be any surprises. Just keep your head in the game. You'll do great anyway. Well, even if they are, you don't have to worry about them. I've seen firsthand what you can do, and I know you'll win this thing. She blushes.
Thanks.
Spectators are being ushered to their seats as the organizers announce the first matchup. I better go so I can claim a good seat. Yuuna nods. Before I go, I wrap my arms around her and pull her into a hug. Then I kiss her cheek. Good luck. I'll be rooting for you. Her cheeks are flushed, but she grins.
Thanks.
That's all she got to say. As I leave, she fidgets with the edge of her racket and she looks into the crowd. I guess she is nervous after all. The first few rounds are between students I don't know. I half-heartedly watch the matches as they all kind of bleed together. Finally, Yuuna's first match is up. I sit up in my seat and wave as she walks onto the court. She smiles in acknowledgement. Her opponent is a random student I don't recognize. I settle back into my seat. This will probably be a quick match. As I predicted, Yuuna demolished the poor guy. Soon the second round of matches begins and Yuuna is pit against the first-year team league player. He scowls at Yuuna, but she seems undisturbed. In the end, Yuuna demolished him too. He stomps off the stage as I cheer along with the rest of the crowd for Yuuna. I used to play tennis with my big brother. He always beat me. I am left-handed. One match I try right hand. I win 55 to love. Oh my god, throw the racket on the floor and leave. That's funny. When she's matched with a girl from the tennis team, the two of them nod in respect for each other. Yuuna grips her racket tightly. A look of concentration replaces the smile on her opponent's face. They're more evenly matched, I assume because they're used to each other's playstyles and know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Although Yuuna claims to be out of practice, she still comes out victorious with a 2-point lead. Finally, the two remaining contenders are Yuuna and the third-year captain of the Ace Tennis League. Even from my seats, Yuuna seems to tower over him, but he is unfazed. They ready their rackets as Yuuna gives the first serve. Just like when I played against her, her racket connects with the ball in a resounding crack. It speeds across the net in a blur, but her opponent seems to be waiting for the ball and easily returns her serve. They continue to volley back and forth. I lean forward in my seat, holding my breath. He strikes towards Yuna's left and her backhand misses. The audience lets out a collective gasp. Their match is the most engaging as the two of them dart across the court. They are tied, and this last point wins the match. Ultimately, Yuuna misses another backhand strike, and her opponent is named the victor. Rip. Please tell me this is going to be a Prince of Tennis reference. What's Prince of Tennis? I race back down to the courts. Yuuna and the captain are speaking, and as I approach, I catch the tail end of their conversation.
Did you try out for the league this year?
Yuuna shakes her head.
No, I was focused on my studies and was worried the league might be too much of a time commitment.
No wonder I haven't seen you play before. I'll admit I was really impressed by your skills. You should try out for the league next year. I'm positive you'll make it onto the team.
Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
I hope you do.
He glances my way, then politely excuses himself. As he walks away, I sneak up behind Yuuna and attack her with a hug from behind. Obsidian! What's up? Wait, what? It is LOL Ryoma. Yes. Oh, this makes me so happy. What are you talking about? She whirls to face me and smiles. Obsidian, are you coming to the BlizzCon house this year? I don't know your guys' names in Discord. I don't keep track of anybody. The only one I know is Alex. Nothing, headache? Oh, I hope you feel better. I hate headaches. You were so awesome out there.
Thanks, but I didn't win.
No, but you and the freaking captain of the tennis league were neck and neck for the majority of the match.
I know.
I thought she would finally realize just how impressive that was and crack a smile, but she frowns instead.
If only I'd practiced my backhand. I know I could have beaten him in his smug face.
Damn, she doesn't like him. I'm gonna guess it was a Prince of Tennis reference. And that was the name of the tennis player. I'd like to, but I might try to go to Hawaii this year instead. Oh, nice. The main character of Prince of Tennis was named Ryoma. Oh, is that his name? Okay. Wow, I knew Yuuna was competitive, but I had no idea she was this competitive. Try to calm her down. I've never seen her before. Let her vent. This was a hard loss, and if I were in her shoes, I'd be just as upset. Better that she gets it out of her system now than later. Yuuna continues to mumble to herself until she naturally begins to calm down. Feel better?
Well, it looks like everyone is leaving.
Yeah, we should probably leave too. She hates losing.
I'm going to go to the lockers and shower. Thanks for coming out again.
I thought she was gonna be like, wanna come with? This was fun. She smiles.
I'll see you later.
See ya. I say my goodbyes and we head our separate ways. I hate losing too. My phone vibrates in my pocket. When I go to answer, I see Sho is calling me. Hey, Sho.
I'm so glad you picked up. I need your help.
Oh God. Are you okay?
No, I'm in dire need of assistance.
What's going on?
Do you have any experience buying a gift? Or a lady friend?
He's buying Mayu a gift and we know exactly what to get her. We all know your lady friend is Mayu. There's no answer for just a second, then Sho speaks.
Still feels kind of surreal.
I get it.
So, does that mean you'll help?
I can't leave my bro hanging. Sho sighs in relief.
You are the best bro sip a bro could have. Come meet me at the mall.
We know exactly what Mayu likes. She likes anime and manga. She likes manga. Oh, damn. I hope we don't have to remember the manga that she wanted to get before. I totally didn't pay attention. I hang up the phone and head to my bike. Then I drive directly to the mall. After I park, I see Sho waiting for me at the main entrance. He greets me with his usual goofy grin, but his hair is disheveled, and there's worry in his eyes.
Thanks for meeting me. I don't even know where to start.
Suggestionary books. Mayu loves reading, right?
Yeah. How did you know?
Because I've gotten manga with her before. We've talked books in the past.
She likes to tell me about what she's currently reading. It's so cute to see how excited she gets over them.
You should get her a new book. Maybe something that's just come out. That way you know she hasn't read it yet.
I think she'd like that.
Sho nods.
Good thinking, Broseph.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He leads the way to the store. What's this gift for anyway?
It's our 1-month anniversary.
That's so cute. Wow, time sure flies by fast. You're celebrating every month. There's no such thing. You're celebrating every month? Jeez, that'll get expensive fast. Well, if you have to celebrate each month of being together by buying each other a gift, that adds up really quickly.
We're not celebrating each month. That'd be crazy. Just the milestones, like 3 months and 6 months.
Why don't I do that? Why doesn't my boyfriend do that for me? Right, milestones. Anyway, congrats on your 1 month.
Thanks. I'm actually kind of surprised by how it happened.
Just kidding. How did it happen?
It came out of the blue. Mayu and I were hanging out as usual the Monday after our match with Onabugeisha, and I could tell something was on her mind.
Oh god, abort! Abort! I'm just kidding.
When I asked her what was wrong, she blurted out a question about feelings. It was so unlike her that I was too shocked to speak.
I thought it happened at the beach when they like went off together, and because that's when he like first discovered her feelings. Because like that's when we all first discovered, wasn't it? Am I on glue right now?
Mayu didn't even hesitate, and she started talking about how she's liked me since we were kids, and she wanted to know if I felt the same way or if I was into someone else.
That isn't how it happened. Show laughs.
I guess she saw me walking home with Hitomi and thought we were dating. Silly, right?
Yeah. Show looks sheepish.
I started laughing as soon as she said that, and I know I embarrassed her, but I couldn't help it. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. As if I could ever like anyone else.
Oh. Really?
Well, yeah. Why do you sound so surprised?
It was obvious how Mayu felt about you, but you never seemed to notice.
I noticed. Of course I noticed.
Oh, he's not as dumb as we think he is.
She's so smart and pretty and awesome. She's way out of my league.
Oh, no. Don't think like that. She was head over heels for you.
It's still hard for me to believe that. That's why this gift is so important.
Oh, no, it's not. No wonder he seems so agitated. Mayu will love whatever you get her. The fact that you're buying her a present at all will make her happy.
You think?
Yes.
Still, it has to be perfect.
Oh. On that note, we better get back to searching.
Right.
I helped Sho pick out the perfect gift for his lady friend. Get her the D, best present. You just want to give everyone the D, Blinky. We've got to build up to that. He ended up going with my advice and buying Mayu the newest fantasy bestseller. As we exit the store, she doesn't like fantasy. I don't think she likes fantasy. She likes sports stuff, doesn't she? Maybe not. She likes robot fighting stuff. Cause when we went to go buy manga with her, we were like, hey, all of the shit that you read has the same theme with fighting robots. She likes fighting robots. Okay. As we exit the store, Sho has a spring in his step, but he seems both nervous and hopeful. I hope she ends up liking our present. We say our goodbyes in the parking lot. Get her 50 Shades of Gear. We'll get her that on DVD next month. Oh, we'll suggest it for Sho, at their 3-month, maybe. Since I didn't have class today, I've got even more free time than usual. What do I feel like doing? Fantasy, Septula. She was dressed as a Sailor Scout for Halloween. It'll be fine. She was not a Sailor Scout. I don't want to hang out with Valerie, man. She's so aggressive. I wonder what Kaori is up to. I pull out my phone and give her a call.
Hello?
Hey, Kaori.
Hi.
Are you busy?
I'm just about to head to the daycare. It's going to be an extra busy day.
Daycare. Sho and I caught Kaori's uncle in the campus parking lot one day right before we were going into town. He freely shared that Kaori volunteers at his daycare. He invited us to stop by, but Kaori's death glare was enough to deter us. She may not act like it, but I think she's a little relieved that she doesn't have to hide this from us anymore. Her uncle says Kaori is a big softie and a favorite instructor among the kids. I'll believe it when I see it. Extra busy?
Yeah. We're understaffed since one person is on vacation and another person called in sick.
Maybe I can help? Hello?
If that's what you want, then I guess you can help.
I'm really glad we didn't go for Kaori. She seems like she was a real tough cookie to crack.
But don't forget it's still work.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am. Now hurry up and get here.
Okie dokie. Before I have a chance to say one of my sick rebuttals, she hangs up the phone. Damn. Oh well, I better not be late or Kaori will be angry. I find my bike and drive to the daycare. When I arrive, Kaori is nowhere to be found. I follow a group of adults into the building. Oh, pretty. It looks like the library. They're either parents or staff, but either way, they'll get me where I need to be. Considering there are no kids tagging along, I think it's safe to say that they're staff. We pass through one of the children's playrooms and continue into an office in the back. Kaori is there with another guy, discussing something I can't hear. She nods in greeting when I enter. Once everyone gets situated, the guy clears his throat.
Hello, everyone. I know we haven't had one of these staff meetings in a while, but it's going to be a bit busy today since Daiichi is on vacation and Hibiki called in sick. Luckily, Kaori's friend has offered to help out, so we'll only be short one man instead of two.
Everyone stares at me as he smiles in my direction. Hi, I am Wombo Combo. Happy to help.
Glad to meet you. I'm Eito Iwasa. Since we'll have to do a little shuffling with coverage, here are everyone's roles for today.
Aito checks his clipboard and goes down a list of names. Kaori watches silently as Aito takes charge. Once he's finished, he looks at me.
Since you're from ACE, we'll have you tutoring the older kids.
Is this the guy that she was with, that Kaori was with when we saw her get out of the car or whatever?
Kaori and I will attend to the toddlers and younger kids.
I'm surprisingly pumped for this assignment. Tutoring kids should be a piece of cake considering how much I've helped Nikki in the past. I'm such a good Oni-chan. With everyone's roles assigned, the group slowly disperses. One of the staff members offers to take me to the tutoring room. I thank them and I follow her into a room filled with children between 4th and 6th grade. Seeing a new face, the kids kept interrupting me to ask questions about myself. They were especially curious because I didn't look very Japanese. They asked me where I was from, what it was like back home, what it was like to be a pilot. I tried hard to keep their focus on their work, but it was a lot tougher than I expected. Finally, I gave up and answered their questions. Once their questions were out of the way, they were able to focus on their homework. Although they tried hard, most of the children had difficulty grasping the material. I could tell they were frustrated, so I tried to think of different ways of explaining some things, which helped immensely. After a while, it looks like everyone is on track. I'll go see how Kaori is doing. It doesn't take me long to find the younger kids. All I had to do was follow the sounds of shrieks and laughter. Aw, look at how cute she is! I gently push open the door and see Kaori surrounded by children. Both of her arms are full of kids, and one even hangs off her back. The rest hug her legs. Although Kaori weakly protests, the huge smile on her face gives away her true feelings. I've never seen her this happy before. A chorus of Miss Kaori circles as the children compete for her attention. Oh, it's so cute. Septal, I'm sorry, but I gotta go to bed. Can you be sure to highlight if you get any action with Yuuna? Thanks, fam. Night. Definitely, Blanky. And I'll link it in Discord after I'm done highlighting. Yeah, I'll probably end here soon. I thought I was gonna be able to finish this. I don't know how close I am to the end. The strap falls off her shoulder as she bends down so the child can land softly on a table.
I got it.
Aito gently places the strap back onto Kaori's shoulder. I wait in secret glee for the impending doom Aito has inflicted upon himself by touching her, but to my surprise, Kaori doesn't react. As Aito tries to take one of the kids out of Kaori's hands, the child looks at Aito for a moment and then burrows her face into Kaori's shoulder. Kaori laughs.
I don't think she wants to leave.
This game's a little longer than you think. Okay, I was looking at how long to beat, and I think it said 8 hours? How long to beat Ace Academy? Oh, 9 hours for the main story, 12.5 hours for main plus extra. There's nothing down for completionist, and it combined, it says 10 hours. So yeah, I wasn't sure how long how long. It says I've played 11 hours total on Steam. Aito laughs too.
I can't really blame her.
Ooh la la, do I sense young love in the air? I can't help but grin.
Since you've got
This
your
game is
hands
split into
full,
quarters.
why don't I
Okay,
take
you're
care of
getting
this
close to
next
the
and set up for the next
third quarter
activity.
mark. Okay, okay.
That'd be great, thanks.
No problem.
Oh, they smile at each other. Wow, a smile from Kaori. It must be serious. I tiptoe back out of the room and return to my older kids. It looks like Kaori is doing more than okay. Another hour passes by in a blur, and before long, the parents trickle in to collect their children. The kids whine that they want to stay longer with Miss Kaori, but their parents urge them home. After all the kids have gone, the staff wave goodbye to each other and pack up to go home too. Before I go, I want to catch up with Kaori. I find her with Aito cleaning up the toddler's room. Aito makes a comment which has Kaori laughing. Kaori laughing at someone else's jokes? I never thought I'd see the day. Every time the game's time skips, you finished a quarter? Okay, okay. So it wasn't too long ago when we had our last time skip. I chuckle to myself. Better not ruin their moment. I can catch up with Kaori tomorrow. Before I can slip away, Kaori notices me and heads over.
Hey.
I stop my giggling and clear my throat. She raises an eyebrow.
What's up with you?
I can't believe she doesn't know.
I spin around and spot Uncle Miguel chuckling behind me. Uncle Miguel? Who the hell is that? I know, right? It's cute how oblivious she is. Miguel nods, but Kaori huffs.
What is wrong with you two?
Hey, Kaori, I'm heading off. I'll see you later.
Kaori's demeanor softens when she waves at Aito.
Oh, yeah, sure. Good work today.
Does she like her or does he like him? Or she like him?
You too.
Does he like her or does she like him? Miguel chuckles again and pitches his voice high.
Good work today.
You too. Kaori freezes as her face turns beet red.
It's nothing like that.
Sure.
We believe you.
Stop!
She scowls at us, then stomps back into the toddler's room and throws their toys into the bin. Young love, so precious. I'm glad I came out today. I got to see another side of Kaori, one that I won't soon let her forget. After I gather all my things, I drive home. Uncle Miguel is the guy you saw with her before. Oh, okay. My stomach growls loudly as I park my bike in the garage. Nikki, please be home for once. I wonder what we're gonna have for dinner. As I enter the kitchen, I see a dainty strawberry cake sitting on the kitchen table. Cake for dinner? I peer closely at the layered cake and use my finger to taste the whipped cream. It melts on my tongue in a cloud of sweetness. Fresh whipped cream. Whipped. Why are you saying it like that? Cool Whip. That's the only kind of whipped cream I'll eat. Mom spoiled us. She never bought whipped cream because she'd always make it herself. Wait a minute. Mom's birthday. Nikki? Did Nikki bake this cake for Mom's birthday? I search the house, but I see no sign of her. There's no text from her on my phone either. Clearly she came home after school, which means she's there. Oh, which means there's only one place she can be. I grab my keys and hop back on my bike to find Nikki. We live next to a park back home, and Nikki would often escape there when she was upset. Just as I expected, I find Nikki swinging forlornly in the park. Oh, that's so sad. Look at her. Her head is bent as she gazes down at something in her hands. I take a seat beside her. She glances at me but doesn't speak. Instead, she cups the open locket in her hands, the one that usually hangs around her neck. Inside is a picture of Mom and Dad. I can't sentence tonight. You okay?
Don't know.
Oh. Mom would have loved the cake you made her. Nikki snaps the locket shut and holds it to her chest.
I had to do something, you know? Today is Mom's birthday and I couldn't not celebrate it.
I know.
So I thought I'd make her a cake like we used to, but...
Her voice trembles and she takes a minute to compose herself.
And that cake, it was like it was taunting me. A reminder that Mom will never get a chance to eat it. It's not fair.
Nikki's knuckles turn white as she clutches at the locket. Her hands begin to shake.
I barely got any time with her before she was taken away, and I just want her back.
Nikki.
I I know I'm being crazy, but I just keep thinking it's my fault.
Tears trickle down her cheeks and leave wet stains on her shirt. Instinctively, I pull her in for a hug and she leans against me. This wasn't your fault, Nikki.
It is.
You had no control over this. She pulls away and falls silent. When she finally speaks, her voice is thick.
I missed the bus that day.
What?
The reason I left the cafe is because I missed the bus and needed a ride home. I keep thinking, what if I had just gotten on that bus as soon as class ended? I wasn't even doing anything important. I was just hanging out and lost track of time. I remember being so annoyed when they didn't show up. I was so angry I had to walk home, and all I could think about was how much
Her voice falters.
I hated them.
Damn! You didn't mean that. You were angry.
What kind of daughter thinks like that? When I remember, I just feel so disgusted with myself.
Be that as it may, what happened wasn't your fault, Nikki. You didn't tell that driver to hit them. You can't keep blaming yourself.
Then why do I feel like I'm being punished?
Because this sucks. Because it's so easy to think about all the years that have been stolen from you and to lament that loss. But you can't keep thinking like that. Look on the positive side. I didn't fare much either. Be happy for the time you did get to spend together. Focus on all the good times you had with them. The last thing Mom and Dad would want is for you to be sad because of them. They want you to be happy.
I know. Just miss them so much.
I know. I miss them too. But on the bright side, at least you've still got me.
I thought you were trying to make me feel better, not worse.
Rip. Hey. She lets out a weak laugh. Her tears have stopped and some color is returning to her face. Remember Mom's cake from last year? It was completely inedible.
You mean the second cake? The one you baked for Mom because you forgot her birthday?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Mom tried so hard to eat it, but eventually she just gave up.
Not my finest moment, but at least it wasn't as bad as the one Dad baked the year before.
You mean when he almost burned our entire house down?
Nikki laughs so hard she snorts, which only makes her laugh harder. Her laughter is infectious and I can't help but join in. I think I got a lot more of Dad in me than you do.
Yeah, but it's not all bad. You got a lot of his good qualities too. Like how you're always there for me when I need you.
Oh, it's a hard job, but somebody has to do it. Nikki bumps me playfully with her swing.
Rude!
No, you know what's rude? Leaving a perfectly delicious cake untouched in the kitchen.
That's true. It was made for eating.
So let's go eat it. Grinning from ear to ear, Nikki nods and stands up. Together we head to my bike and I drive us back home. As soon as I park, the two of us hop off my bike and eagerly rush in the kitchen, then freeze. There's only a third of the cake remaining, and a trail of crumbs starts from the kitchen table and ends at Uncle Kaido's face. I can only stare in stunned silence at the scene.
Uncle Kaido?
He pauses. A fork full of moist yellow cake is halfway into his mouth.
Did you eat all of the cake?
Uncle Kaido looks from his fork to Nikki, then back to the fork.
I want my lawyer.
Nikki and I burst out laughing while Uncle Kaido shoves the fork into his mouth. Nikki and I split the rest of the cake while Kaido looks on longingly. How do you eat a whole cake? Nikki is all smiles for the rest of the night as Uncle Kaido asks us about our day. I tuck into bed early as I know I'll have a busy day of frolicking in the hot springs tomorrow. Oh yeah, the hot springs. I totally forgot. I gotta play through that. Soon I'm dreaming about Yuuna steaming up the hot water. Oh my god. that visual. I wake up at the first sound of my alarm and jump out of bed. I need to meet my friends at the train station so we can all head over to the hot springs together. And I'd rather not be the last one there. They might leave without me. Just kidding. No, they wouldn't. Would they? Either way, I throw on some clothes and race to pack up what I need. After grabbing a quick breakfast, I hop on my bike and drive to the train station. I haven't been back here since my arrival to Isokaze. It's exactly the same as I remember it. People bustle back and forth, and the whole station is blanketed with the buzz of conversations. For some reason, the familiarity is comforting. I purchase my ticket and find Kairi, Mayu, Valerie, and Yuuna are already waiting on the platform. Why does she look like she's ready to get on, like, in a motorcycle race or something? Hey. Yuuna and Valerie wave as I approach while Mayu smiles and Kairi nods in greeting.
You made it.
So did you. I glance around us. Where's Sho?
Running late, like usual.
He'll be here.
I hope so. He has all of our tickets. Kairi gives me a look. I mean, of course he'll be here. She crosses her arms, but otherwise falls silent. Even Yuuna looks worried as she checks the time. We've still got a few minutes before the train comes. As the seconds tick by, even I'm beginning to lose hope. Thankfully, Sho soon appears.
Hey guys, ready to get our heat on?
We stare at Sho.
That came out wrong.
Yeah. He looks around, a wide grin on his face.
Awesome, the gang's all here.
The laborious roar of engines is heard before, I don't know what that means, is heard before the train is sighted. Sho points to the approaching of the train.
Just in time too, because here's the train.
You were cutting it really close, Sho.
Rip.
I'm right on time.
Everyone quiets down as we get ready to board. We settle into our seats and enjoy the ride. When we arrive, we step off the train and stretch our legs. There's a beautiful hotel in the distance, and the hot springs are tucked in the mountains behind it.
All right, here we are safe and sound. Let's go check in first.
Sho leads the way to the hotel and we trail behind, enjoying the scenery. I breathe in deeply, letting the crisp mountain air fill my lungs. Just being here already makes me feel rejuvenated. We enter the hotel and the front desk agent gives us the key to our rooms. Valerie and Yuuna are bunking together, while Kairi and Mayu share a room. Obviously that leaves Sho and I to share the last room. The girls disappear into their rooms, but not before agreeing to meet right outside the hotel in 10 minutes. Sho and I enter our room. He immediately flops onto the bed closest to the window.
I claim this bed.
I'll take the other bed. Alright, I'm fine with this bed. I drop my bag onto the bed closest to the wall in the doorway. I don't like being next to the window anyway. Even with the curtains closed, I still feel too exposed.
Exposed?
Like if I were to open the curtains and a face would be staring in. Sho looks warily at the window.
Don't say things like that. Do you want me to have nightmares?
Sorry. Once we've had a chance to rest and put down our things, we head down into the lobby and wait outside. The girls trickle in a few minutes later. Should we go for a soak now?
We want to save that for tonight. Trust me, it's way more relaxing at the end of the day.
What should we do instead? Sho pulls out the tickets and studies the text on there.
What about...
Mayu's voice trails off. What about what?
What if we toured the gardens?
She points to a side clearing of blossoms and trees.
They look really pretty.
We get a discounted price for the tours too, since we already have tickets to the hot springs.
Valerie jumps excitedly.
Let's do it then.
She races towards the garden.
Wait! Don't just run off like that!
Kairi takes off after her as the rest of us scramble to catch up. Luckily, we arrive right before the next scheduled tour and we are all able to secure a spot with the group. The tour guide leads us on a gravel path and speaks non-stop about the history of the garden and each plant we see. The history stuff is kind of cool. I wish I had the money to commission my own garden paradise, but does this guy really have to go into detail about every single plant? I survey the flowers and trees around me. Bright petals of color sway gently in the breeze, and a few of them float towards our feet. I wonder how they keep this place so green at this time of year. As I glance around the group, everyone seems focused on the greenery around us. I look out past the field of flowers and admire how far and wide the garden is. It's pretty impressive. A flash of striped fur peeks out amid the colorful petals. What was that? A few paces later, I catch another glimpse of a gray striped tail before it disappears back among the flowers. Was it like a raccoon? Is that a lemur? There are no lemurs in Japan, stupid. Go investigate! Whoa, does this garden have exotic animals too? I've got to find out. I step off the path and venture into the grass, careful not to step on any of the flowers. I'm not sure where the lemur went, but they like trees, right? I steer towards a small grove of trees as I go deeper into the garden. Right when I'm about to enter the grove, I pause. Is that a voice? Turning around, I spot Yuuna. She pants as she catches up to me.
Finally! Didn't you hear me calling you?
No, sorry. What are you doing here? Why aren't you with the group?
I should be asking you that. We're not supposed to deviate from the path. You could get in so much trouble. Come on, we need to go back.
Damn. Yuuna grabs my hand. Wait, we can't go back yet. She's about to reply when we hear a rustling in the bushes behind us. Yuna's eyes grow wide.
What was that?
I'm not sure. There's a chance it could be something dangerous. Is that why we're not supposed to stray from the path? The wrestling intensifies. Yuuna, get back! Out of instinct, I step between Yuuna and the bushes and throw up my arms to protect her. Just as I get into position, a dainty cat hops out of the bush and pauses. It wags its gray striped tail and licks a paw, then runs away. My cheeks redden as I realize what I'd done. I just tried to save Yuuna from a cat. I turn around and rub the back of my head, trying to ignore the heat in my cheeks. Sorry, false alarm. To my surprise, Yuna's cheeks are just as red as mine, and a broad smile graces her lips. Her eyes sparkle as she looks at me with admiration. What?
You put yourself in danger to protect me.
She's bae! We have to! It was just a cat. She shakes her head.
No. I mean, yeah, it was. But you didn't know that. You thought it was something dangerous, and you didn't want me to get hurt.
My face feels even hotter as I try to stammer out a reply. It's nothing. I just wanted you to be... Yuuna cuts me off with a... Aww! Yuuna cuts me off with a kiss as her lips press against mine. I blink in surprise, then melt into her kiss. Her hands rest on my chest as she gently pulls away. Wrapping my arms around her, I pull her in close and kiss her again. Aww! We spent some time together before rejoining the group. The tour was very beautiful, and I enjoyed the leisurely pace we took around the gardens, although I did learn a lot more about plants than I ever wanted to know. Once the tour was over, we regrouped back outside the hotel. How did everyone enjoy the tour? My size.
Flowers were so beautiful. I felt like I was walking through a fairy tale. I'm glad you had fun, Mayu. I thought it was really pretty too, but I found the history of the place to be the most interesting part.
We got another kiss! Kairi shrugs.
Yeah, it was alright.
She hated it.
It reminded me a little bit of home. On the outskirts of town, there was a cute little museum which also included a garden.
I might actually stop. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so tired. What time is it? 5:12? I might actually stop and pause. We're gonna overwrite. Yes. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop here. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, Mr. Jazzbo. I think you lasted the longest. I don't think anyone